Hey, welcome back. This is session 2 of City of Mist. This episode is going to be called Cleaning Up Your Mess. Not looking at anyone specific, but let's do a real quick introduction for everyone. My name is Indigo. I am the GM. I am from QueueTimes, and I have the wonderful, lovely... what is it? The wonderful, lovely...
the privilege.
The privilege, yes. The privilege of being able to GM the wonderful Uncommon Trust. It was so much better the first time. I'm just throwing that one out there. So let's start it off. Dave, say your hellos.
Yeah, they had to turn down the bass and my mic. It shorted out the audio. I'm sorry. B. Dave Walters. I say words about things. I'm on the little vampire show. I'm on the little apocalypse show. And I'm here to be fabulous.
Hi, I'm Poisel. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
It's just fine.
It's fine.
And I blame the audio issues on the fact that they told me I had to wear pants. Pants
there was no place to put the mic pack, you know?
D'Artagnan rage quit over the pants today.
It interferes with the audio, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. So
Hold for crotch audio. Just wear like a Batman utility belt, like a lav on it or something. I'm Alquin Gersh, Different Elves. I'm on an apocalypse show with Dave. Or actually, sorry.
Yeah, we're like Hollywood Squares here.
Yeah, exactly. And I also run things on my own channel, twitch.tv/different_elves. It's real good. It's real good. I'm playing Curse of Strahd this evening, so if you are interested, you should come check it out. I'm going to be very, very, very nasty to my players. We're in a very bad place right now. But today I'm playing Memphis de Leon, and I think things are heating up in this case. I think whoever our suspect is clearly knows who we are. So
I am Melee. You can find me on the Instagrams and everywhere, Twitter under Melee Beat the System or Unicarnage13. And I am ready to get down to playing this awesome Valkyrie today.
That's what BTS stands for? I always thought it was just like behind the scenes.
It can stand for Beat the System.
All right.
Awesome.
Oh, I guess I didn't mention I'm playing Paris Troy, the superpowered drag queen.
And I'm playing Ray Marks, the voice of Los Angeles here on 96.9 KSTR. Your morning Ray here. And at night I am Street Justice.
Street Justice.
So let's do a real quick brief of what happened last session. The wonderful, what was your damn name?
Paris Troy.
Paris Troy. The lovely Paris Troy was performing at the local nightclub, Supper Club, and after they finished, there was quite an incident where someone had actually been shot and killed in the middle of the nightclub without anyone seeing or hearing it. It was a very interesting endeavor, to say the least. The group kind of ended up being there together around the same time, discovered this dead body, tried to figure out who it was, discovered that it was actually the heir to a local gun company. And started investigating into it and trying to figure out who this person was, because it was kind of under the belief that whoever did the murder also has powers like yourselves. I believe you ended up with a child with a gun in their backpack.
Yeah. Memphis takes care of kids before and after school as part of a program he runs in his neighborhood. And someone seemed to know who I was, and it was targeting me specifically, or me and my friends. And they put big gun in one of my kids' bags, which I have safely taken away. But and I talked to one of the parents of one of my kids as well, and it seems like there were protesters against recent school shootings and school violence. There have been protests related to this gun company. So one of our theories was that perhaps that one of these parents or someone involved with these protests had assassinated the son of this gun magnate.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be doing it for the money, though. It doesn't seem it doesn't seem like their motivation is greed. They seem to have some other sort of agenda as to why they killed this kid.
Yeah.
And we also found out that the kid doesn't necessarily he didn't seem like that bad of a guy. He was trying to do some reform to these gun laws to his
the person that was
family's legacy.
Yeah, the kid that died at the nightclub was actually someone that was working to try to make the city a better place to live, trying to get kids off the streets, trying to better our schools and stuff. Basically, almost the polar opposite of who his father is, who is basically using their power to influence the government to make gun laws relaxed in the city. And then Poisel was interviewing one of the bouncers at the club.
Yeah, Mark.
Mark.
And at the end of the interview,
On the air. Yeah.
they just stood up and walked out. And after you followed them, you heard a scream, and you came back and ran back and discovered that the person never actually got up and left, but are in fact dead in the chair in your office.
Live on the air.
Live on the air. Well, no, you specifically told your tech to roll a pre-recorded segment, so you're not live
it went
anymore.
silent.
Yeah.
But it was silent for. So okay, we're going right into it, right?
So that's where we left off. We're not going to start with you. I'm going to let you stew on it a little bit.
I haven't been stewing on it. I haven't been stewing on it for a week or anything.
There's a very important detail that we left out is that Kikeen and I went to the Kit Kat Club.
Yes.
Looking for information, and Kikeen might have gone a little hard on the booger sugar. And there was pictures and videos, which someone put on blast on the radio.
They brought it to me. I just had to talk about it. I don't make the news. I just talk about it.
Which then it's my job to make the news. Thank you. And so I was able to cover it with some fairly fancy dice rolling to give Kikeen a plausible deniability. But I assume he's somewhere having to lay low to not cause any more PR kerfluffles over the next night or two.
We'll deal with that as well. There's quite a bit we get to deal with. We're actually going to start with you, Alquin.
Okay.
You
Memphis. I think you mean.
Yes, Memphis. Your phone chimes.
Okay.
And you look at it, and it's a voicemail. You push play, and you start to listen to the voicemail, and you hear a woman on the line says, "Hi, this is Kevin's mother. I just wanted to let you know he's feeling sick, so he's not going to be in today." And then it hangs up the phone.
Does that seem unusual to me?
Well, you saw both Kevin and Kevin's mother this morning.
Oh, yeah. Kevin's mother was the person I talked to. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, I don't know about what's happened at the studio yet.
No.
But, okay. Something's messing with my reality.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I already called, what is your character's?
We'll just go with Valerie.
Valerie. Okay. So I called Val and briefed her on what the stuff that had already happened that I knew of from the previous session, because I was like, we need to put the gang back together. I know you haven't seen some of these people for a while, but they need us. The neighborhood needs us.
And there was a couple of text messages back and forth that you had been getting. The issue was you couldn't get back because you were flying a gig. You got to work, right? So you were actually doing some actual work, and you have just now gotten back into town this morning, the day after all of this craziness has happened. So you're aware of what's going on, and you'll probably want to meet up once everyone has got a free moment to meet up.
Well, I would probably ask you, where and when you would want to meet. I mean, or you could come to our safe house. We have our base.
So I text him back, and I'm like, I will definitely meet you at the safe house ASAP.
Okay.
So you're still watching over the kids. Kevin, if you remember, was also the kid that you found the gun in their backpack.
Yeah. Okay. So what is Kevin doing right now? I mean, school's going to start pretty soon. I'm going to have to send him off.
Yeah. So if you would like to roll an investigation.
Okay. Which is 2d6.
And plus any sort of thing that you think will assist
Where's Rachel, Kevin?
Hey, I'm not in this.
I don't think I have anything that really applies
Okay,
to that.
so just 2d6.
It's kind of hard for me because I'm used to getting information, like beating it out of criminals and stuff. All right, so that is a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
You don't know where Kevin is anymore.
Oh, I can't even find Kevin.
You have no idea where Kevin is. The rest of the kids are sitting there watching Captain Kangaroo or
Darren, have you seen Kevin?
He was here a little bit ago. I think he went up to go potty.
Oh, okay. You know you kids are not supposed to go upstairs, though, right? There's a downstairs bathroom.
Yeah, but I didn't go.
Okay. You're not in trouble. Don't worry about it. Go back to your cat dog reruns.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go upstairs looking for Kevin.
All right, so you go upstairs, and when you go upstairs, you notice that a lot of the doors are open.
Okay, that's very weird. All right. I'm going to reach back and grab the gun that I got from Kevin's backpack,
Okay.
which was tucked into my waistband.
You grab the gun, and as you bring it out, you look at the gun, and it's a banana.
I'm gonna eat it and keep looking around.
Okay. So you're gonna roll another investigation to try to look around.
Okay. Search my own house. Oh, that's a little better. That is, or actually, because it is my own house, can I get some sort of bonus to it?
Sure, I'll give you a
Okay.
+1 for it.
Okay, so it's a total of 9.
A total of 9? Mm-hmm. So as you're walking through the house, you start going through each room, closing the doors that you don't see anything with. And as you're going through, you feel a presence in one of the rooms. You don't see anyone. You don't
Okay.
hear anyone. But you definitely feel like there's someone else in the room. Like you can almost feel them breathing on you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I kind of, sort of sniff the air in a cat-like way, and while I'm standing in the doorway to that room, I say, "I know you're in here."
You see the window in the room slowly slide open.
So,
All right. Yeah. I think.
I can. So this is what I was telling you earlier with the change to the game.
Yeah.
Since you don't have investigative tags, you can use your shape-shifting to try to give yourself investigative tags.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I'd probably try to emphasize any sort of. Yeah. If I can't see anything, I can't rely on my vision. Can I improve my sense of smell? Do I smell?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can smell that there is someone here. Mm-hmm. They're wearing cheap cologne. And it's clear that they're nowhere near the window.
Okay. All right. I want to shut the door behind me. I want to come into the room and shut the door behind me. I'm not letting this whatever's in here downstairs with my kids.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm shutting the door.
All right. You shut the door behind you.
Why are you here? What do you want?
The sharp sounds of violin, just like almost horror film, quick jabs of the violin just echo within your ears.
Okay. Oh, you brought your own soundtrack. That's great.
So
Not brave, but
they're going to use this as a way to hurt you. So
Okay.
they're going to be using their power against you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where you have the opportunity to try and defend yourself against the attack. So you can go toe to toe.
Yeah.
Or you can, what's the other option? You can go,
Face danger.
yeah, face danger, or face danger would be to avoid or overcome someone, and then go toe to toe means that you're going to try to fight and struggle. So you're not really fighting or struggle. So you're going to do a face danger. So it's going to be 2d6 plus any sort of means in which you can feel like you're going to defend yourself.
I think I would like to basically just kind of let out like a roar, to try to counter the weird sound thing with my own roar.
Okay.
You know, so I can. All I hear in my own head is my own, you know.
Okay, so you're going to get a +1 for that. And then if this is an opposed roll from each other. So
Yeah.
this would be the first time that someone may or may not take damage.
Yeah.
So
I'm also kind of hoping with this roll that if the kids are downstairs and they hear anything, like they'll be too scared to come up here.
okay.
You know, so. All right. So you said I got a +1 on that? It's still only a 5.
Okay, so they succeeded over you.
Yeah.
So this is where you're going to first take damage. So your eardrums start to bleed.
Okay.
And it hurts. The sound is getting progressively louder and louder and louder as this is happening, and it's causing you to have difficulty concentrating.
Yeah.
So I don't believe I gave you any notepad, paper this morning. I should have. I would have been a good GM if I would have done that. But I will.
I got paper.
Do me a favor and put Def 2. Basically. Once you hit,
Doesn't sound good.
I love that movie.
The sequel.
basically it's damage that you have taken.
Okay.
And it's going to be a hindrance on you anytime that you're going to be basically using that feature. But it is something that is healable. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start flying around the like just running around the room. At this point, I think I've grown claws in my hands, and I'm just swiping at the air or like knocking things over, like just moving really quickly around the room and just trying to kind of deny area to try to just get lucky and run into this.
Yeah, does his
creature.
having the bead on the sense of smell help him know even roughly?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause you for now.
Okay.
And we're gonna go.
I'm making a mess in my house.
Yeah, basically. And we're gonna let you stop stewing. So you stand there over the dead body. Your technician runs into the room and goes,
How did the body die?
"What the fuck?"
So I want the scene described to me really quick. So what does the body look like?
So the body is slumped back onto the table, and his neck completely slit from ear to ear, basically.
Okay.
And to clarify, I don't know that we said this. This was one of the guards from the club who had witnessed what happened and was
Yeah.
coming to talk about it. Just because we didn't say it.
Yes. Oh my God, this was insane. I could see him speaking. I could see him talking to you, and all I could hear is gargling in my ears in the headset. And then I saw them get up and walk out.
Yeah.
And
followed
then
him.
and I saw you walk out, and then when I turned my head back, he was there. What's going? We have to call the police. We have to deal with this.
Call the police. I'm gonna go over to the body. Is he still alive?
No.
Okay. I'm not gonna touch the body,
Okay.
but I want to look at it and look at like what kind of weapon was used on it.
Okay.
Where the person would have had to have been to make this kind of cut. Like,
Okay.
I'm looking
So
around.
roll an investigation.
Okay.
Valerie, question for you. When you were heading to the bookstore, would you have been listening to The Ray, sorry.
The ray of light.
Yeah, I believe I was.
So you would have also been hearing the interview, and while you were hearing the interview, you were hearing this other person talk, and then you immediately heard gurgling over the radio as well. And then the gurgling stopped, and then a pre-recorded, you don't know it's pre-recorded, but it changed tones quick.
It's summer in L.A. We're outside finding out how to spend the time.
Now, Paris, would you still be asleep at this time, or are you up? Well, you got up crazy early to do your Instagram to.
I did to help cover for cocaine, since some of us look out for our people. So, yes, as theoretically, I would have heard this also, because I would have turned it on to hear if Ray dropped it or if people bought it.
So you definitely heard the same exact thing, and you heard the tonal shift between an interview gurgling, moment of silence, and then, "Hi everyone, welcome." Like that.
I need my beauty
An
sleep.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. you can tell that this was done with a blade. This was done with a blade, and you can tell that this person's hair is messed up, and so they grabbed them by the hair but from behind them, cut from ear to ear, holding them in place. There was a struggle, but you did not hear that struggle whatsoever. No. You did not see this struggle whatsoever.
Okay. It's the light of day right now.
It is.
So I'm going to wait for the police to show up and make sure that my ass is covered. But I also want to insert myself into the investigation. So if they look at videotape of the building, if anybody trying to leave or anything, I want to be there to see it as well.
Okay. So your tech calls 911, comes back, says, they're going to be here shortly. I have to stay on the line with them.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay in this booth. I can't look at this. Like I can't be anywhere near this.
I leave I stay in the booth too.
It's not my scene.
Yeah. I do daily gossip news. I don't do murder. All right.
No, neither do I. I don't do murder, and I'm actually completely fine.
So something else you noticed with your investigation roll, because you rolled an 11, you know that there is a camera in the room.
Yeah.
When you look up to the camera, you see that there is a piece of tape over the lens.
Okay. In the booth, I'm gonna go see if I can look at the video and see when that piece of tape got put there.
So you have to go to the security office. So, which is another part of the building. It's just, so you're basically leaving the scene, which is fine. I mean, it's not like you're leaving the building.
No.
You head over to the security room, and you go to open the door, and the door is locked.
Well, no door can stop me. This is my building. I'm a celebrity. Like, of course I can get into this. Maybe I even have this own key, so...
I'll give you a +3.
Okay. Do I have to? I have a weakness tag. I don't know if this is
Sure.
gonna apply. It's the one where I have to clean up my own messes.
You are doing that.
Okay.
That's what I believe that you're trying to do at least is try to figure out what's going on so you know how to clean this up. I don't view this as something that you're against your tag.
Okay. So with 3, that is 10.
Okay, so you go to the door and you're just like and just jimmy it, and you open it up, and there sits a security guard, passed the fuck out, just asleep. You look at the wall of security monitors, and you see that there are 4 or 5 of them that are blacked out.
Okay. I want to quickly look through them to see when they were blacked out.
So you start rewinding to try to see that, and you actually can see them one at a time come back.
Yeah.
And you can see the first one to go out is the front entrance, then the hallway, then down the hallway, then into your office. All the way, the clear path straight to your office. Each one of them, small piece of tape has covered.
Can I look at see if I can catch a glimpse? Maybe they screwed up a little bit when they were putting the tape up.
You definitely see a hand reach up and do it.
Okay.
But they're very smart in the fact that they have probably cased this building before, or they just kind of knew where it was. Like, there's no way that they either didn't know where this was for the accuracy in which they did. But you do see a piece of tape in the palm, reach up, tag it. Okay. It's a black and white footage. The most that you can get out of it is that it's a light-skinned person.
Okay.
So, Dave, Paris, what are you doing?
So I don't know that Mark is dead, but I do know Mark was at the station because I was listening. Do I know JJ Dynamite, the other guy that was on the door?
Yeah, I'm sure you've. I mean, they're the ones that let you in before words. You're a charismatic person. You probably talk to everyone, so you've probably either have their number or know how to get a hold of them.
Yeah. Any chance I know where JJ lives?
Probably not, but you know their hangouts, maybe? You definitely know their number if you want to give them a call.
This is the morning of the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. I text him. JJ, baby, you won't believe what I just found out. Something crazy happened. I've got to tell you this. Where are you?
I'm at home. Where do you want to meet?
I'll come to you. What's your address?
And he sends you their address.
I text all of them that I'm on the way to JJ's house, and I get in my car and I go there.
Okay. Yeah. So you head over. It's an apartment complex. Front gate jammed open. It's a shitty apartment. It's not because someone broke it. It's just you go up to it and you're just like, it's not really secure.
Right.
You head up to the apartment, and the door's closed. Couple seconds go by. He opens the door. Hey, so what's going on? Come on in.
I get inside and I close the door and then I look out behind me and just make sure. And I'm like, last night. What was that, JJ?
Dude, I have no idea. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I think maybe, I don't know, I think someone slipped us something. I don't know. Maybe we picked him up and he was dead when we picked him up. And I don't know. Now, you can tell that this is a very vastly different story from what you had heard previously. And it feels like this is, the mist is finally starting to take effect and is starting to change, and their story is trying to rationalize and try and understand this without inserting some sort of mythical power into it. I don't know what it is, man. We picked him up and he was wet, but I didn't think he was. I thought he was he was sick. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. I've got just the worst headache from last night. I barely slept.
Come with me, JJ. I got some friends of mine I want you to meet. Somebody I think can help you.
All right, cool. Let me just grabs an aspirin, pops it, takes a drink, and puts his shoes on. Comes.
I very much am rushing. I'm let's go, JJ. And I bring him to the last bookstore.
Okay. You get there and Valerie is already there.
Val.
Hello, Paris. Long time no see.
Look at you. Yes. Tom, JJ. Eyes up here, JJ. I'm so Val, you heard about the thing.
I got a message.
Yeah. JJ was there. Yeah. So maybe we should get inside and talk about it in there.
So JJ follows you both in there and heads into kind of an area in which you guys have exclusive availability to hang out in.
It's when the big vault doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last bookstore used to be a bank.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a bank vault in there.
You guys have access to the bookstore that no one else has access to. More than likely, it happened. It's from the blackout. You had helped the owner of the bookstore, and they kind of understand and have kind of been assisting you as a group to kind of build your own facility.
So yeah, we've got like a pole,
There's a pole. But
it's multi-purpose.
It is a multi-purpose pole. It's true. Yeah. It could be a fireman also dancing. JJ, my friends and I, Val, some others that you're gonna meet. I know you just know me as Paris Troy, the performer, but I'm also Paris Troy, paranormal investigator. Yeah, we like to solve crimes. You've heard we caught that guy that was the person.
Yeah, no, I remember that, and I remember that was one of the reasons why people started booking you, and no.
Well, excuse me.
Well, okay.
This was the reason why.
Yeah, yes. I mean, I'm sorry, Paris. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
It was a reason.
Yeah. It was a boost, not the cause.
Right. Yeah. But what we found is, when people see strange things like this, like we got to talk to them super fast because memories get weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I did too.
Yeah. No, I know. I mean, I immediately went home and I was in such shock that I fell asleep and I woke up with this massive headache and just really confused. I know my man. He stayed up all night. Like he was drinking. He was doing a little bit of wake and trying to stay up because just everything that was going on. Like maybe we can get a hold of him and
he went to the radio. He's talking to our friend Ray.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Right now.
I don't know. I'm just so confused by everything. I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
Let me ask you this. Cooper, you've been there before. Him and his bodyguard, they've been there before.
Yeah. Mike.
Yeah. You ever see him talking to anybody else? Like, is there anybody else he would always hang out with at the club? Any regulars? Any girls he like? Boys he like?
Well. I mean, Cooper, like came every once in a while, but this is the first time he brought Mike, his bodyguard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna interject a text right now.
Okay.
Eventually, after I'm in the security room, I just send out a text. I'm not sending out anything super specific,
sure,
in case the cops want to go through my phone. It just says, interview got interrupted. They know about us. And be on the lookout.
Okay.
I reply to the text with dynamite in the vault.
And you know exactly what that means. All right. So your Memphis is clawing and going around the room and is trying to pinpoint this smell within the room. Roll.
I think at a certain point I stop actively looking for this person and I just kind of fly into a berserk rage and just hope that just the AoE is going to
So do me a favor. You're going to roll a hit with all you got. So any sort of tag that you can use as for your attack.
Okay. I'm going to use, how about survival of the fittest?
Okay.
Would be one.
Yep.
Street enforcer. Thank you.
Yep.
I mean, this is a thing you do.
Yeah. And I mean, I have the shape-shifting tag as part of the clause.
Absolutely.
So
I'm cool with all three of those.
Yeah. And one of the things too from my mythos, Sekhmet, is that she flies into a berserk rage, like just bloodlust overtakes her, and that's part of her power.
Plus 4.
Good. The one where you transfer pain to others.
Well, I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
First, I gotta find him.
Add +1 for you scared.
Okay, so that's a 10, and then I got another 4.
So 14.
14.
You get a good claw, and you hit something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
You swing and you swipe across, and you immediately see, poof, a person appears there in a very cheap gray suit.
Okay.
And it rips across, and you can see that not only have you ripped their clothing, but you have dug into them. And they immediately grab at themselves and then look at you.
Are they bleeding? Do they look, look physical?
Oh yeah, you cut deep. You did some damage, and they kind of fall back and they hold themselves.
Well, okay, if I'm dug into them, I'm not letting go.
Okay.
I have purchase.
All right, so their body's leaning back to try and kind of pull themselves off of it.
I want to try to get another claw on them.
Okay.
And then once I've got them, I want to pull them close, and then I want to do my transfer pain.
Okay.
And I want to transfer the ear ringing, sort of psychic thing they did to me, and I want to just roar in their face, while I'm holding them and try to transfer it back to them.
Okay, so you start transferring this pain to them, and it looks like it's not affecting them whatsoever.
Okay.
And they're holding them, and all of a sudden the sound starts to boom, and they're they're holding themselves, and the sound starts to boom, and then you feel. Let's see if you feel something.
I'm gonna feel something.
Just want to feel something.
The question is, will I interpret it? Yeah.
You feel a chair hit you in the back, and hit you.
Okay.
You're going to roll. Are you going to try to? I mean, you don't sense them right away, so they're
Yeah.
going to hit you. But so you're going to still roll a.
Like face danger?
Yeah, you're going to roll a face danger. You're going to take a -2, but you're also going to have to roll a second go toe to toe to continue to hold on to this person.
Okay, so which one first?
So we're going to do face danger first.
Okay. And I don't know that I have anything. I mean, being in this sort of berserk state, does that help me at all? Or?
I would say that I would say you being in a berserk state is actually giving you a minus because you're focused and bloodlust
Yeah,
after this person.
that makes sense.
And you're unaware that there may be someone else in there.
Okay, so that's a 2 that I rolled for the face danger. The lowest you can roll.
Yeah, and that's with your minus? No, that's without your minus.
That's without the minus.
So you have a
it gets
0.
lower.
It gets lower.
The chair hits you in the back and surprises you so much that it causes you to let go of the other person, and your head goes into the wall. Mm-hmm. And you kind of feel woozy, and you kind of go under. All right.
It was the children. They've betrayed us.
All right. So let's go back to Ray. Ray. You send that text message out. You're in the security room. You can see that.
I'm gonna like.
Oh, did you leave?
No, I'm gonna like try to wake the guy up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm on a double, and I shouldn't have like agreed to it. But this is like my 32nd hour, and I'm just.
Wake up.
I'm up.
The cops are on their way. They're gonna want to talk to you.
What? I mean, sleeping on the job isn't something to call cops on, man. Like, I mean, yeah.
Does he feel guilty for what he's
Oh,
done?
yeah. Oh, yeah. They feel super guilty about falling asleep.
I get a little red in the face. You incompetent idiot.
Look, you can just say I'm fired. I'll leave. Like, you don't need to call the cops. I didn't.
No. You are. No, someone's been killed in the building. And
you can feel the level of guilt exponentially grow on this person.
And you fell asleep. And you let the cameras get covered up.
Fuck. You start to see this person crying. The fuck? Oh, shit. I was just doing this to get extra work. It's just that my kid's sick and I needed the money and I just...
Don't want to hear it.
Fuck.
Get your shit together, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I will, where's the person? I will make sure that the scene's clear and that the officers know where to go.
In the studio.
Okay. And they like cowardly walk past you from the doorway.
Okay. So they leave the security booth. I'm going to sit down really quick and copy the files onto a thumb drive.
All right. You throw the thumb drive in, and as you try to copy the things, a password request comes in.
This is a door, right?
That counts.
Yes.
It's metaphorical.
Look, you used a combo door a combo system, electronic doorway to get in. I mean, this is an electronic door. I will. It's a good stretch of the.
And I'm just gonna hope this guy's incompetent, and then there's just password 1234.
Okay.
That's the same as on my luggage.
How'd you know? I've
That's
been
an
hacked.
11.
An 11?
Yeah.
You type in password 123 and it's not, but then you go password and you hit enter, boop, and the files start to go through. You not only do you get because the way that the files are separated and cut, you get these files, but you also get the previous 24 hours worth of footage.
Okay.
Because the files are so large, you're not able to put it on a single thumb drive. You actually have like a little external hard drive.
Yeah.
That
But I'm sure this is not the first time I do this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you've definitely stole stuff.
Yeah, I'll end up taking this back to the vault later.
Yeah. So you take it, you record it, and you pocket it, and right as you pocket it, you start to walk out of the security room, and that is when the police show up. Quite a spectacle of police officers that
I
show
go
up.
to back to my studio to speak with them and meet and talk to them there.
All right, so we're gonna need you to tell me what happened here.
So I was interviewing Mark here, and I don't know what happened. He was just talking with me, and then suddenly he went silent, and he got up and he walked out of the room, and I went up to follow him, and when I came back, he was actually still in here and had his throat cut. I don't know. It's. But my technician saw the exact same thing.
The officer's writing it down, and says, "Okay, all right. Yeah, we've already talked to your technician. We've got their statement as well." And then he goes, "Oh, excuse me," and like moves you off to the side as a gurney pushes the body through the hallway. It says, "Damn shame. This guy's was involved with something that happened last night."
I know, that's why I was interviewing him. We were trying to get to. I wanted to hear what happened there, and he was telling me about it, and then suddenly he just stopped talking about it.
All right. Well, do me a favor. Don't leave the city.
I'm gonna look around really quick. As I'm talking with him, because like someone came in to move the body and things. Am I feeling guilt off of anybody? Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you feel low level guilt that like most people like because you can differentiate between like guilt people just have in their lives as a whole and someone that's
I really should recycle more.
I should have called mom. Yeah.
like man, I hate being so.
I really shouldn't have this second donut.
You know, like there's that, and you can feel that, and that's kind of like an always presence. That's kind of like why when you feel direct guilt, you get that red tint because it's always this like underlying like bubbling that's going on from everyone.
The world's always horrible.
Hell is other people.
Yeah, you do not feel any heavy level of guilt from anyone in particular.
Okay.
The officer,
But I say, if you need, I'm happy to give a statement.
yeah, no, we've taken your statement. We may ask you to come in to the station later on once we get more information. Just do us a favor. Don't plan any trips. Stay local, and we will get in contact with you.
Yeah.
Great. And then they leave, and your producer like comes down and all right. So this is kind of rough. I know this is kind of a dick thing to do, but the body's gone. We're gonna need you back in there.
Always on call. All right. Yeah, I go back to work.
All right. So the pre-recording, you wait until the pre-record ends, and then you get back onto the air.
Hey guys, this is Ray here with your morning. Ray, voice of Los Angeles. Thank you for coming back. Sorry about that. We had to step away, a little bit of a mess here in the office. But if you're out there and you're listening, know that I wish I could be there with you two.
The radio station playing.
Instead of here.
The radio station playing at the last bookstore. You hear Ray's voice. Say that. You kind of go, oh, some shit's going down. So let's go back to Paris and Val.
Question for you.
Answer for you.
My inspire others, does that only work on us, or does that also work on some of these witnesses?
It could also work. It can work on any person that you work with.
All right, Paris, I would like to try something if you don't mind. You guys brought me in for a reason, and I know that sometimes some of our witnesses get a little hazy after a while. I'm going to try and see if I can use one of my special abilities to see if I can bring back a little bit of some of the memory that might be a little foggy, and see if I can inspire them to remember.
JJ's just standing there looking back and forth going, what are you talking about? What's happening?
I just push his chest back towards the seat and go, shh.
Don't do that. I just watched Get Out last night. No sitting in chairs or
Tea stirring.
I'm wondering if I can assist her in this, because my ability is I can see weaknesses. So if she's speaking to his better angels and I'm speaking to his worse ones,
Okay.
I'm like, is there anything I can do to help her where I'm all like, you know,
okay.
if I can see anything in him that will help her.
So basically the roles that you guys are going to do is you're going to do hit him with all you got. And you're going to use those specific powers as what you're trying to do. You're trying to inspire courage, basically, and you're trying to reach in and discover what their deepest, darkest weaknesses
We're
are.
going to good cop, bad cop him, basically.
So both of you go ahead and roll those.
Psychic cop.
Well, specifically what I'm trying to accomplish. If she's like, I know you're better than this, and I'm all like, you know that you were supposed to go home for Christmas. You know what I mean?
So basically, depending on your role, is going to be how deep you're able to get into what they feel like. And then, so you're going to roll 2d6, and then you're going to add the +1 for your inspire courage.
All right. 8.
8? Okay.
9.
Okay. So you guys are kind of talking to him, and you guys are kind of talking to him at the same time, and he's kind of going back and forth, and you can tell that what you're doing is working. This is the first time that the two of you have used your powers on an individual at the same time. But this is, you can get it.
Lord Dice have gone forever.
This is the first time, but you can tell that this is working. You just don't know what the long-term ramifications of this is.
Largely unconcerned.
Got bigger problems.
Paris, you know and have discovered that one of the reasons why they're a bodyguard is because they're insecure about their past, the fact that they were constantly bullied and picked on in school, and someone beat him up quite a few times all throughout, and he made the decision, I'm never going to let this happen again, started just working out and just making it a part of their life. And that has become the major staple in their life, and that is why they're that. And you know that level of insecurity of not being able to defend themselves is there. You know that as you're trying to bring them up and try to give them courage and give them the wherewithal to be able to kind of fight against the mist that is fogging and clouding their reality, you're able. He starts to give a little bit more information, starts to talk a little bit more about what he saw and how he saw it. It's still very cloudy, and large chunks are still missing. You kind of get the exact same kind of information. They saw him, he was covered in vomit. They thought he was drunk. They picked him up. He doesn't remember how he got outside, but he got him outside. When he dropped him onto the ground, and when they looked away, and he heard someone scream, and when he looked back, he not only himself was covered in blood, but the person that they had thrown out onto the street for being drunk was dead. And for a moment he thought, oh my God, did we do this? Was it my fault? Did I do this? And you start to realize that your influence of guilt is starting to pressure onto him, and now he's starting to feel undoubted, just so much doubt about and guilt about that. He goes, oh my God. And he's like, oh my God.
Through the radio.
I killed him. I threw him too hard to the ground, and I must have bashed his head in, or oh my God, it was this. And he's starting to sweat, and you're both realizing that this effect on him is causing not only reality to shift for him, but it's changing what the mist wants him to remember.
Just one thing, just as an aside, like we're not obligated in any way to try and preserve the consensus reality, right? Like, I mean, we just do what we do. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because I sort of play a game where I have to maintain a facade, we'll call it.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing is that this is.
Okay.
I mean, you have this power, and you guys have used your powers with the blackout, right?
Right.
This is the first real time that you've been doing it outside of that. There are still aspects of the world that you don't quite understand, and you don't understand the ramifications. But the thing is that the mist is an like always powerful, constant existence around the world, and you see that and you understand that, but you don't know how this is going to affect things.
For whatever reason, I very much see this in my head as like Lord of the Rings. You're all like glowing and like the light, and you're all beautiful, and I'm looking at him just with eyes.
So it shall be.
A few hours go by, or what you perceive to be a few hours go by, and you wake up.
Okay, so I wake up and it's like late morning now at this point. Well, actually, it was quite early.
It was very early.
It was very early. So yeah, maybe it's like 9:30, 10.
Yeah. And your head's through the wall still.
Okay.
You're covered in plaster and dust.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of blood on your hands
Okay.
from but you've changed back. You're no longer.
Well, that's the thing. I think when I wake up, I should still be like partially transformed.
Okay.
And I still feel really like fired up and all that sort of stuff. And then I crawl over to my desk and I pull out one of the bottom drawers, and there's like a small like fifth like bottle of like rum in there, and I take a slug off of that and then put the cork back in it and put it back in and close the drawer, and that's when I start to calm down.
And you
So,
hear
and you know, untransform basically.
you hear the soft voices, Mr. Memphis.
All right, so I immediately go and I open the door,
No
but
witnesses.
no. I open the door, but I use my body to block so they can't see inside of like what's happened in the room or any of that sort of stuff. And I pull the door closed behind me and go, "Oh, you'll have to go for school, don't you?"
All
right.
I think we're gonna be late.
Okay, all right, I'll walk with you. Let's go.
I learned how to tell time yesterday. That's why I know.
Oh, that's excellent. Great job, Darren. Great job. And you can always tell me whenever I'm not on time. How about that?
Yeah, thanks. And he just runs down the stairs, and you hear.
All right. So I go down and look. Are the rest of the kids okay?
Yeah, they're still watching TV. They don't care.
Okay. He goes, "Did you hear anything from upstairs, Darren?"
Yeah, it was loud. We just thought you were dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know me. I like to dance in the mornings.
But what's that? And then points over, and you can see that down the stairs there is blood droplets.
You know, oh, well, that I caught myself on a nail in the garage earlier.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll clean that up. Just avoid it. Don't step in it or any of that kind of
okay. Can we go now?
All right, I got them all packed up, single file. Everybody's holding hands.
Yeah, you
We're
take.
making our chain down the sidewalk, heading the 3 blocks to the school they go to.
You head in there, and as you're walking with them, one of the teachers walks out and goes, "You were late. What is going on?"
I'm really, really sorry. I had something I had to take care of.
You know.
When have I ever been late before?
No, I know. It's just that we took a chance on you, and because of everything, and it's just like,
These kids need me,
I
and
know.
you need me, so don't give me the shit.
all right, just get him in the classroom, all right?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it. I provide a community service.
And you command community service. It smells like rum, right?
I was thinking that it's on your breath. You're all like, I still this morning.
I'm significantly taller than this person, and I'm talking over their head. They can't smell it.
So you get the kids into the class, and the teacher follows up, and she turns around and she goes, "Go home, get yourself cleaned up, and we'll talk about this later. But this is not over with. Yes, we need you, but you're not the only answer." And then she walks back and closes the door.
I grab her before she
Okay. Oh, hell no!
I say, there is something much bigger going on here. So you remember back in the blackout? Do you remember when me and my friends took care of that? You don't, do you? Well, let me just say, there's something much, much riskier to these kids going on right now. And without me getting to the bottom of it, we're in trouble.
I think you need to stop drinking in the morning. And then she closes the door.
You're like, catch me outside. How about that?
Where would you like to go now? Are you going to head to...
I'm going to go to the last bookstore.
Okay.
Meet up with everybody else, yeah.
So, Ray, you have been on the air for a couple hours. Your shift on the radio has ended. The new DJ has come in to replace you.
Do I get to mark attention to my always on call?
Well, you're yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah, you had to go in and perform after
A murder.
after a murder. So Paris, remember it's now Friday. So the first day was Thursday night, and you guys were performing. It's Friday. This is your big night. You still have more performances tonight.
Got to get down on Friday. So, I mean, I do Paris is Burning at the Supper Club.
It's would we decide that your shift ended at 10?
Yeah, because my first show's at midnight. Oh, you're at daytime.
Yeah, my shift ends at in the afternoon, early afternoon.
Okay, so
I'm morning.
So we're looking. So timeline wise, you got the kids to school around 9, and I'm assuming you're going to then head over to the bookstore.
Yeah.
I get off at noon.
Okay, so you're still on the air, and the three of you are now at the bookstore, and you're with JJ, and you walk into this guy just sitting in the couch, just kind of just sweating, and just super confused, and just.
All right, I want to pull these two aside, away from JJ's earshot.
I make sure I can see him in case he tries to leave.
Yeah. Something attacked me at my house this morning. They could turn invisible.
That doesn't sound comforting.
No, I fought them, but they got away.
Can you track him or something with the...
Yes, but I mean, I came straight here. If they can take me, I need backup. We need to all go. We need Ray here too.
I want to see if we can find Mike, this bodyguard.
Where's Kikeen?
Where is Kikeen? Is his show on? Did he film today? I text him. I'm like, Kikeen.
You know that his show is recording today, but you also know that he is dealing with his producer very, very much. So you text Kikeen, and he's
Social media fallout.
He's like, literally in the group text. His response is, "Fuck Ray."
All over the radio. You hear. And we're coming back to our story about Kikeen. Word has it that Kikeen was it wasn't him. There's someone out there impersonating Kikeen. But I don't know, Kikeen posted about this on his Instagram, but that post got deleted. I don't know what's going on out there in the world right now. Things are crazy. Weird shit's happening. I mean, what is going on? What is the world coming to? I want to believe that Kikeen is a good person, and I really, really hope so. So, call in. Let me know what you think. Let's hear, what does LA have to say. I'm here, LA. I'm listening.
You get another text message that says, "Better, but still fuck you."
I can see I came back right in the nick of time.
All right, so we can't count on them today, but
Yeah.
we need to move on this because I got kids to pick up again in a few hours.
I point back over at JJ and I'm like, I don't think he has any more information, but if he can help us find Mike was there, so either maybe Mike knows something or Mike did something. Also, don't die. He's choking him. Oh no! I'm like, Lord Jesus, there's an invisible man. Okay.
Oh, my sensitive windpipe.
I mean, what do you think, Val? You just got back and heard all this insanity, so.
Am I able to use? I have Spidey sense listed as a power attack. Am I able to roll to sense anything that's possibly happened to him, any kind of
to JJ or to Alcuin?
To
Memphis?
To Memphis.
To Memphis, and see if it's got a similar thing that similar feeling that JJ had?
I mean, what Memphis has said to you is like you can tell that Memphis isn't lying, and you haven't known Memphis to be a liar.
Yeah.
So you know that something's going on, and you know you can kind of connect the dots that something visually and audio wise happened to Cooper, and something visually and audio wise has happened to Memphis. So you can connect the dots, and you know that these are one and the same. So you definitely know all of that. So you can tell that. But as for like sensing danger, you don't have any sort of danger sense right now. You're not in a dangerous situation, as far as you can tell.
Although it makes sense that we're all on edge because invisible people are doing murders. So.
Doing murders.
Yep.
In our face.
I know the two of you go further back, so I'll let you have your moment. I actually want to talk to JJ while they talk.
You want to do that first, or?
No, we can do whatever. I was just saying that's what
he really
JJ's
felt that
doing.
way. He's like, he's splitting the party again.
No, you guys are still in the same place.
Yeah, we're the same. He goes, I mean, I'm happy that you're here. There's got to be something that you can do that I can't.
I'm always happy to help. You know, my special abilities lie with dealing with the dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there anything else that I can help you guys with that seems to be an issue at the moment? Travel.
Yeah.
You know I've always got you on that.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, well, for one, we've got to stick together as much as possible. So what other commitments do you have today?
I might have to make a quick stop somewhere,
Okay.
but it shouldn't take too long.
Well, let's handle that first then, and then we can I maybe go back to mine and try to start tracking from there. Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
You're like, also, my quick stop is Vegas. I go over to JJ because I know he's all, because I heard the things he said to both of us. I'm like, JJ.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm going to give you a chance to make this right.
Okay.
I'm like, because I know how you feel. That's why I started lifting. I get it. I get it. I need you to do one thing for me.
Okay.
You can make this right.
All right.
You can be the person that Val said you could be.
Uh-huh.
I need you to help me find Mike. Security guys all know each other. Same way Queens. We all know each other.
Yeah, hold on. Pulls his phone out and scrolls through it. And then he hits button in your phone. Bing, bing. And you've got his V card. So you know.
He lost his V card. You got it.
Right.
So you have Mike's phone number and address.
Cool. Great. You know what? I need you to kind of hang out here. We can't find Mike. I'm afraid, Cooper had money. Maybe his dad sent some people. Maybe his dad's upset about what happened. So you can lay low here. You'll be safe here.
Awesome. Thanks.
We're
Thanks
gonna
so
go.
much.
We're gonna go.
Okay.
I suggest you don't go.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah. We got some food in the kitchen. We got.
Why am I staying here? And then just kind of
Yeah.
just
I'm like,
back
hey,
into his.
hey, rich man's son, dead. Rich man's blood, your hands.
No.
You could write it down. How about that?
Yeah.
But
Or don't.
someone died last night.
Yeah, I think you're gonna find out, JJ. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can tell that his mind is just warped.
Cool, brother. Hey, you know what? I'll see.
Not only did you pull it in two different directions, but the mist is pulling it in a third.
I'll see you at the show tonight, JJ. Good luck, brother.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
So,
Right. I go back. I rejoin them.
I was gonna see when's my show wrapping up, and
I mean, we can say it's wrapping up now if you'd like. They're about to head off somewhere.
Yeah.
I imagine they're gonna, as a group, you probably are communicating with each other since no one's the leader. You have kind of this like.
no clear leadership.
Yeah.
That's our weakness.
One of our weaknesses. Yeah.
I will just say to you guys, I think tracking the blood is probably quicker. I mean, we should track the blood first because it might get washed away, cleaned up. They could go too far. So
Yeah.
yeah.
If that's where you guys want to go, are you gonna text Ray and let Ray where you guys are heading to?
Yeah.
What do you want?
You need to make some other stop. Is it better for you to do that before or after this blood stuff?
Upon hearing Paris bring up that very valid point, I decide to move my appointment until later.
I'll let Memphis send the message because I don't know what you want around the kids. So I'll let you tell Ray whatever.
Okay, so yeah, I send Ray a message saying I was attacked by somebody invisible who can mess with my mind at my house around my kids. You need to get back here now.
I would send back very sarcastically. That would explain the dead body in my studio.
Okay, I took it back. What the fuck are you talking about? Just get here, and we can info dump each other.
Yeah, I'll drive us.
Yeah, so you guys head over, and you open the door, and Ray is over there investigating the blood as you walk in.
Sorry.
This is upsetting. I mean, I know you're a celebrity. You can just go wherever you want. But this is my house, right?
Yeah, this look doesn't work in
You left your
direct
window
sunlight.
open. You left your window open.
Oh well, it's always that or the side door. But all right. So what have you found? At least maybe you saved us a little time. What are you getting from this blood?
You want to roll it?
Yeah.
Or anyone can roll an investigation
I
on
don't
the
know if
blood.
anybody else has good investigation skills.
I have no particular.
Well, he's already been here, so maybe I can catch overlooked details.
Sure.
'Cause this is us together.
Yeah, it's true. As a crew,
I-
we do have that tag for.
You can use your death sense.
I would say I have death sense, honor sense, and spidey sense. I think death sense.
all the
was,
senses.
Yes.
I got an 8
I
an
also
8?
got an 8.
Okay.
for searching the scene.
All right.
Do I have a plus?
Yeah, you're gonna have a +1 for your death sense, and you're gonna have a +1 for the overlooked details. So you're gonna have +2.
Oh, then I have a 9.
I have a 14.
Okay.
She's like, that away.
I'm tasting the blood again. So I'm giving myself a +1 for my shape shifting lion stuff. I guess we're still in my house, so I can't use nose every street yet either. But
No.
and our crew has some sort of other tag related to.
Catch overlooked details.
Yeah. We also have ears to the street and neighborhood support.
But we
as a
are
crew.
not on the street, or nor.
Yeah.
are we-
You haven't gotten the neighborhood involved.
I mean, I'm thinking that's where that blood's gonna lead. So.
We'll shake down the snitches next.
All right, so the base information is this is human blood. You can easily tell that this is human blood. This is the blood that you caused.
Yeah. When I
It's
scratched the guy.
It's the same scent as the blood that you had on your hands after the situation. So you can tell that this is all from the same person. You can tell that this is not a death blow. You can tell that this blood is there. This person will heal from this, but it will not kill them. So you can't direct yourself exactly where they're going to be going, but clearly you're going to be able to follow the blood trail to some point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You follow the blood outside, and it goes to the curb, and it goes into the street, and you can see that it is on the exact same spot that there are 2 burn marks into the ground from tires. So someone got into a car and sped the fuck away.
Yeah, and took off.
So
Guys were chasing the Stig.
scent is the sense strongest tied to memory. So now that Memphis has smelled the blood and smelled the person and smelled the cologne, does that trigger anything in your memory about last night?
I don't know. Should I roll for that?
You can, because I can't remember. Were you at the club just to see Paris perform, or did you come in after?
Different collection money. So he was there.
Yeah.
before
Yeah,
it all
collection
hit
money.
the-
You kind of go through it, and you don't remember seeing that person, but you definitely remember that scent.
Okay. As being there that night. Mm-hmm. Okay.
In fact,
And I
You
I
kind
tell,
of
I tell
remem-
people this.
you kind of remember going through the crowds and moving through the crowds, and you remember kind of getting your shoulder bumped, and you turn, but there was no one there, and you just kind of shrugged it off, not thinking anything past it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, whatever, just you're in a club, whatever. You've got a goal, to try and find out if people owe you money, But
It's coming back to me. It was hazy, but I think whoever did this to Cooper, whoever murdered Cooper, is the same person I fought this morning.
But But your story made it seem like it was more than one. Or are you saying they got like...
'Cause
Well,
when they went outside, I'm not going outside to follow them. I wanted to go upstairs
Okay.
to where the fight was.
I mean, if there must be more than one, because there was this was happening at the same time at Ray's studio as I was getting attacked, right?
Multiple invisible killers. Awesome.
But anyway, unless you have some way of tracking this vehicle.
I like that all of you are like,
We're like,
So I'm gonna look around the fight scene upstairs in the room while they're like following the blood outside, and see if I can catch any overlooked details that in the scene. If I can kind of like track the fight. I'm used to fighting. I know I can usually. I've spent a lot of time in an underground fight club, and so I know like the ebb and flow of a fight. And so I'm going to try to see what happened here.
okay, go for it, roll it.
Rewinding your mind's eye, Hannibal, like Will Graham style.
this is my
10.
design.
Yeah.
A 10? So this was a wild fight, but it was a very one-sided fight from what you can tell. You can tell that Memphis knew that someone was in there, and the other person or persons were trying to not fight. In fact, they were hiding in the room.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until Memphis hit and clawed and hit one of them
Yeah.
that
like, he's got
that
here.
brought the other one into the fight.
Oh, okay. So there were more than one in here.
Because there is a broken chair in the room.
Yeah.
And based off of what you have heard from Memphis already of like some description of the fight, you know that there wouldn't, unless that person also has the ability to, move things at will with their mind, there was a second person in the room. There's definitely enough footprints in the room, like on the carpet, kind of like moving around, that it looks like there were multiple people.
And so I see like some blood splatters and things like that. Did anything get dropped by them? Like anything come off their whatever they're wearing? Any?
There's a shred of clothing, a small piece of a suit. It's gray, low quality.
Cheap fabric.
Polyester. Polyester rayon blend.
Okay. And is there anything outside of like the disturbance of the combat? Is there anything disturbed in the room, like that they went through or that they were looking for?
It looks like some of the drawers were open. Definitely the bottom drawer was open.
But closed again.
Yeah, that's the only real fully closed drawer. You know. Yeah, they were here for a reason. It looks like they were trying to pull some sort of information.
Okay. Why does Memphis keep in these drawers?
Well, I mean, so a lot of it is probably parole paperwork, my own paperwork for my parole, and then you would see that I was that I was in jail before, and that I was bailed out by Kwame Phillips, who was also my parole officer. So you'd probably figure out that I had a close relationship with this person. And interestingly enough, what I was busted for was possession with intent to distribute. So, which doesn't square with what my behavior is at all. You know, I'm not into drugs, and I'm very anti-drugs. But
All right.
I would like to send a text message to my drag sisters. We have a group chat of our house in town because I am part of a grand tradition. Two of my sisters I know, Chlamydia and Evie Apple, are both nurses. So I want to find out if any emergency rooms around here, anybody said they got attacked by a wild animal and came in to get treated, like the last hour or so.
Okay.
And we have ears to the streets and overlook details, right? And then I got my drag sisters. I'm tapping into the network.
Neighborhood support.
Yeah, neighborhood support.
I'll give you
that's 4. All right. That is 12.
12.
wow, nice.
Yes. One Chlamydia says, weirdly enough, we had someone come in. We had two people come in, two guys come in. They were real unique. They came in. One of them was deaf, and one of them was blind, and one of them had scratch marks on his chest. The deaf one actually had scratch marks across his chest. He got bandaged up. I think they're about to release him.
Girl, stall him. I did a performance for them last night, and they stiffed me, and I am coming to collect.
You got it.
I'm like, yo.
The text message response has "girl" with like 5 U's.
Yeah, I'm like, I think I have him.
Immediately, I'm like, can we get to Darkwing Dank? And I will land the plane on the helicopter pad.
Yeah.
You guys do whatever you guys want. You tell me what you want to do. Ray's upstairs still. You three are on the out in the street.
Maybe we can just drive, because if they see the plane coming, they might know we're there.
The plane is faster.
I mean, in a meta, as a player, I want to see this plane as soon as possible.
As a being able to land a plane on a helicopter pad, probably not legitimately realistic.
I don't think
I'm a stunt pilot.
And
Yeah.
I got you.
Doesn't mean
The
we can't do that later
plane
in
is
dramatic way.
east, and the hospital's west.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Okay.
go east to then fly west. It would be
Next time.
I'm like, Ray, let's go. Ray.
And you just turn around. I'm just.
Stop doing that. Yeah.
All right. So you guys rush down there. Maybe run a California yellow.
So while we're in the car, we're all just shouting the details and like asking each other, like, so you said one was deaf? Yeah, and the other one was blind. Which one did I scratch?
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
wait. When this attack happened,
Geez, I think it was early morning.
there's another one. Whoever killed Mark.
So that's 3?
at least 3.
Well, you might hear no evil and see no evil. We found speak no evil.
All right. Well,
Oh, I wonder if they look like monkeys.
at least we outnumber them now.
We hope.
For now, yeah.
You rush to the hospital. You guys don't even park in the side section. You go right in.
I'm like, somebody needs to go to the booth and see if we can get the video footage of these guys.
Here at the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
I got it.
I was kind of hoping you'd come along in case we get into another brawl.
Oh, I'll protect you. It's fine. Yeah. Besides, we
Bring your
don't
shoes.
we don't want the voice of Los Angeles to be seen throwing hands side by side with the
I mean,
face
do
of
people
Los
really know what the
Angeles.
voice of Los Angeles looks like? I mean, you don't have billboards like Kikina en la Mañana.
I pop my collar up and my hat up, and I head in different way from them.
Yeah, I'm just like, check the emergency room. Guy with a scratch has a friend. All right, and then I go try and find chlamydia.
All right. So chlamydia is waiting for you.
Right, I walk in and I'm like, Cammy, hi.
And you got to go. They just got released and they're walking out now.
Yeah.
So you walk and you see. She points them out, and it's 2 black dudes. Mm-hmm. Not what you remember what they look like.
Yeah.
And so they see you guys, and they look a little bit nervous,
Okay.
and they continue walking. But
I-
they do not look at you guys. And you're not sure if it's
right.
because...
Can I use my honor sense?
And I want to see weakness.
So there is no honor here. 100%. There is no honor amongst these. And then you wanted to do what?
See weakness.
You can definitely sense weakness. If you want to roll it, I can give you more information.
8 overtly, but I'm just trying to see if they have anything else.
Well, you got the ability itself is a +1.
Yeah, that including
Okay.
the +1 from the ability is 8. I think that's probably the only directly relevant thing, unless overlook details from the group, our group power. I don't know if that's applicable.
No.
Okay.
So you kind of you reach it, and you said it was an 8. You kind of reach in, and you see torment, and you see and you sense that these people are not what you would call they're sociopaths. Like they have guilt from their past, but it's lacking. You know what I mean? It's they don't care about their actions, and that at one time or another they were probably brutally picked on as a kid, probably for being deaf and blind, from what you can assume. They're walking past you. This is when Ray is going to get into the booth for the security. There's no one even there.
Yeah.
You quickly scan across everything, and you can see the 3 of them, and down the hallway you see 2 men, 2 white guys in suits. One of them with tattered suit, the other one without. And they're walking towards each other.
I just pull out my phone super quick. I just capture a photo of them. And I drop it back in, and then I like pop my head down, and I want to circumnavigate a little bit to come down behind them.
Okay. So back to you guys. These 2 black men are walking towards the 2 of you.
We know they can change their shape,
Yeah.
or at least visually.
Yeah.
It's too much of a coincidence. I mean, and of these 2 black guys, one is does one of them look like they're not sighted in any way?
Yes, one of them.
Okay.
I step in front of the one that looks not sighted so they can bump into me.
Okay. So you walk in front of that person, and they move out of your way, even though you can tell that they're not sighted.
I very dramatically make a point to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, oh, sorry," and I like.
And they immediately, one of them starts running, and the one that you hit flat out punches you.
I mean, I don't try and hurt him, but yeah,
No.
right.
They
trying to hurt
know
me?
that they're caught.
I'm getting ready to chase the running one.
I'm invulnerable.
True.
Yes,
You're
indeed.
true. So are you going to try to still defend against the hit, or are you just going to take it?
I'm aware of the fact that I'm going to let him hit me because I'm going to be very extra about it in the middle of the hotel.
Okay. So
I'm like,
they hit you right in the face, right across, right in the jaw,
That's your moneymaker.
and you're gonna fake like it hurt,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you fake like it hurt, and everyone quickly just like turns and is like, "What's going on?" And
I'm like, it's a hate crime, y'all. Stop him.
and I think this is a good opportunity to take a short break, as Paris is holding his face, not actually hurt, but making a spectacle of this. Yeah. You can race visually, being able to see that there are 2 people walking that match the descriptions that you have. The thing about the photo that you have, the last piece of information, is that they look identical.
Okay.
All right, and so we'll be back in 10 minutes to continue this story.
I mean, burning and itching is like the headache and sore throat of STDs, though.
Yeah.
Like, it's like all of them
Yeah.
have that. So.
Multi-symptom.
That's true.
Welcome back
Hello.
Okay.
to the second half of session 2 of City of Mist. We are right in the middle of a brawl, in the middle of a hospital right now. So let's start with that. So, hit you right across the face. You scream out. Everyone looks, and then for what sounds like your voice comes out and says, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm just kidding." As your face is down like that, and you're just like,
No, nobody steals my ass. Slap the shit out of this guy.
"All right, roll your attack."
Like, it's my signature move. Let's see. So I'm gonna use my. So I'm super strong. So I am intentionally attempting to I want everybody watching this. Like,
Well,
I
you
want
already
all
have
eyes
an
on it.
audience.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's watching you.
Great. Well, does my attention getter figure into this or no? Then
Not your hit. No.
okay. All right. Does the fact that I can see his weaknesses figure into this?
No, not right now.
Because I know how he's gonna juke and jive. Okay, then 8.
Then you
8.
will.
So you hit this dude, and you hit this dude hard.
5 fingers.
You slapped this dude. Slapped this dude hard. My bad. Sorry.
What in fact do the 5 fingers say to the face?
You slap this dude, and you slap them so hard that they actually you hear 2 hits. You hit the slap, and you hit the floor, the foot to the floor.
Yeah.
You just dribbled him.
I'm like, right.
And they kind of look up, and they're like, "Why would you ever hurt a blind man? What did I ever do to you?"
I reach down and I grab him and I pick him straight up.
And I look him dead in the eye and go, "You are dishonorable."
So here's the thing. You're getting overwhelmed. There's so much death surrounding you in this hospital. It is uncomfortable. Not only is that, but this is the same hospital that your mother's at.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling that was coming.
You're getting overwhelmed. It's very, very difficult for you to focus. You hear the voices. You hear people trying to reach out and talk to you.
And so I start to get very physically shaky, and I'd start to kind of hyperventilate a little bit, and I'm like, I have to leave. I look at Paris and I run out.
I'm like, help Memphis.
Yes, I run out after Memphis and try to go help him out there because I just can't take it anymore.
But
So this other one took off, right?
I just want to say
Start running?
one quick thing while I'm holding him. I'm like, if I see anything weird in here, bleeding walls, talking monkeys, I'm breaking your fucking neck.
Okay, so you're holding them up like that, and you're chasing them, and as they pass through the front doors, the image of this person that you're holding completely changes. It is this dude in a suit, and you are holding him up, and it looks like
We got to keep them separated.
Yeah.
looks very different. And he can not talk because of you holding them by the throat. And so they can't talk. You're chasing after them. Let's roll your chase, basically.
Okay. So I can use.
am I going to?
I don't know. Where would you like to be? Where would you rather be with? Well, you're currently in the security room.
No, I'd left this because I
Yeah.
took the photo and I
Yeah.
immediately left the security room.
Yeah, and you wanted to backtrack. So I
don't know
imagine
which
that.
side I came in.
I imagine
Yeah,
you're going to be backtracking to the back end where Paris is at. Okay. So it's basically 2 and 2.
Yeah.
As of right now. So you come around the corner and you see Paris holding this person up by the throat, and you're like, you kind of get a moment of like, all right, that's not that bad.
But I'll be there in the crowd. I'll try to make eyes in Paris and be like, "There's too many eyes in here."
Cammy, Is there an open room around here?
Clammy?
Cammy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not, she's at work right now. I'm trying to respect a girl's hustle.
Okay.
And she's just like, room 4?
I don't let his feet touch the ground. 'Cause I don't know what he's capable of, but I do sort of just carry him into the room along with Ray.
Ray, you notice that security's been called.
Yeah.
Like you know that this is not going to be easy.
Okay. I go into the room. I jam the lock.
Okay.
And then I go over to make sure that I can get out the window with Paris if need be.
So you go to the windows and you see that these are solid windows. There's no slide to them. There's no open to them. But you know that there is. You can get out if you break it.
Wreck it, Ray.
Problem with hospitals, they don't want people accidentally jumping out the window.
Is there another entrance to this room, like a back way?
Through the bathroom, there is another attached room that is got a joined bathroom between the 2 rooms.
Okay.
Do you want to think about it? And I'll go to... Okay. So Memphis and Val are chasing after this person. And they're running. And...
Yeah. Like, I literally, like, fall to, like, all fours and start running, like, on all fours. And I'm faster for some reason. And it's like a lion or a cheetah where, like, the legs come together.
Yeah.
You know?
Now,
Like,
I have the
hands like a
ability to
wolf.
fly as well. Do I fly faster than I walk, or?
So both of you are going to basically roll... and you're going to add your bonuses to try and catch up with this person because they're going to basically use every trick that they've got to try to not just outspeed you, but outmaneuver you and do that. So,
They don't know these streets.
I know these streets, so you can pursue them, and I'll head them off. Like I'll go around or something, try to cut them off.
All right.
all right. So both of you, you're going to roll basically hit him with all you got is basically what you're going to be doing.
Not great for me.
6.
I got
Add your tags.
4 plus my knows every street makes it 5 plus maybe my shape shifting.
Yep.
What about survival of the fittest? If it's like a chase, like predator prey thing kind of thing. All right, so yeah, it still only brings me up to 5.
No, that's a 7.
Or 7. Sorry.
So this person threatened the children. I don't know how well that figures into Memphis's ethos.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean,
It depends on if it makes another tag applicable or not.
yeah. I mean, in my case, it's me that I won't harm kids or animals.
Right.
It's not that I have some bonus against some people who do.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Oh wait, but I am in the light of day.
You are.
It's closer to midday right now.
I mean, you're
right?
still-
So I'm getting
you-
more powerful as the day goes on.
You've already hit
Sunrises.
the threshold unless you think you have enough power tags to push you over 10.
I don't.
Yeah. So you've hit the messy section basically.
Okay.
What do you got?
Between 7 and
6.
9, there's no difference.
Same thing.
6.
A 6?
Did you add the team bonuses and everything? Like,
Do I have a team bonus that works for this? Catch
Not for the team,
neighbor support. Yeah,
but
no.
any of your personal tags.
No, I think it's just 6.
Just 6? Okay. So you're chasing after them, and as you're chasing after them, they go into a crowd, and as they go into the crowd, they change, and you have no idea. You stop, and you're just like, and you can't tell which one it is. And you're confused. You're very, very confused of which person it is. You let Memphis know. Like, you're basically like, Memphis,
lost
in this
him,
crowd,
Memphis.
this is where I'm at. Like, and
Yeah.
you turn around and you run. You find a shortcut through an alleyway.
Yeah.
And you try to catch them off. And you get to the group, and you can smell that cologne,
Yeah.
but you're not sure which one it is.
It's somebody in this crowd.
There's someone in this crowd, about 10 to 15 people.
Okay. Is there any way to keep any of these people from leaving? Like, or is it just they can just go off in any direction?
So they're at a park, and this is like a group of people who are like they're protesting and kind of angry about the school shooting that has just happened, and they're there, and it's a group of people that are just there to show their complaints and kind of meet as together, so that they can leave at any time, but they're all staying pretty, within their little group.
Okay.
Can I inspire him to like make his like scent smell stronger?
So so how that would work is you would basically give him a leg up.
Or also, like, the thing you did with the memory, like, maybe if you spur my memory, I would recognize it to at least eliminate some of these people as, like, it's definitely not this person, I know that person.
Yeah, you know that you could use investigate to try and find each one of them and kind of, like, go through the group slowly. It's just going to take some time. It's going to take some patience.
Well, I mean, I just want to try to, who can I quickly eliminate, you know? To have less people to think about, to make that group smaller and smaller.
Yeah, you can do that. You can kind of walk through the crowd and get a feeling and get a sense off of these people.
I'm actually kind of stalking. Like, I'm kind of moving around the edge of the crowd, like when a lion walks back and forth in their cage, like at the zoo.
And May, you're getting kind of a feeling that it's a very different feeling. It's a part of your death sense, but it's not death itself, but a death bringer. It's someone that is causing death.
And also, she senses danger, too.
So immediately, I look at Memphis and I'm like, I feel like we might not be safe here. There is something very strong here that I have not felt before. And keep your eyes out.
Do you want to keep pursuing this person, or should we try to regroup with the others?
That is entirely up to you. If you would like to stay and figure it out, I might be able to do something to make sure we're safe.
Do you recognize any of these people?
Do I recognize anyone?
It's a protest group. Like, would
I mean, I haven't made my roll yet to see if I can eliminate anybody.
I just wanted to ask one quick thing. So every time he's seen these people, have they been roughly the same size? Like, they look different, but are they getting bigger or smaller?
Yeah, bigger, smaller, different weight.
So it's not like they're all. Look for the guys that are roughly 6 foot. Like, it's not that kind of.
Yeah, it's not that easy. I mean, I rolled a 3. Even with tags and stuff, I don't think I've got anything really.
You can smell that cologne, but you cannot pinpoint it. You know that they're still here, and you just feel it, and you're just
I'm getting real frustrated.
You're just real frustrating. You're just like, and how long are you guys gonna try and stay here and do this?
I mean, I think not more than about a minute, really.
I'm not certain if anything we do is going to make a difference here, right now. We should probably try.
So you do a real quick walk through it, and while there is sections where it smells stronger and weaker, you don't know if that's just the way that the wind's blowing, or if it's the individual person, or if someone shares, and you're just like, all right, let's go. And
all right, so I shout at the crowd of people, like, we'll get you next time. So I'm like, what?
And one of the protesters is like, not if we have real gun reform, you're not.
That's fair.
All right,
So-
you two.
I don't have any opposition to you ideologically.
As we go into the room, I want to, while I was doing my quick scan for a way out, I want to change the game.
Okay.
Because I was reading through how this works again. So I want to put. I have 3 power I think I can do towards this.
Okay.
Which is, it's pretty much my entire mobility mythos, like everything I do here, which is there's no door can stop me. I excel in silence, and I can find a window that's left open. And so I want to be able to generate some juice so that I can create story tags for a way out for us.
Okay.
So I'm using change the game. So I'm going to try to get a success, and if I get a success at all, I get some juice, which allows me to generate story tags to help us. And that is going to hit me at 10.
Okay.
So that gets me 3 juice.
All right. So as you're looking through, you see that the other room also has the same windows. There is someone in this room, but you walk in, kind of be like, oh, wrong room.
Or they might be
Might be asleep, yeah. So you walk into that room and you see that you've got the same window issue.
Mm-hmm.
You see that it's got another door. You probably don't want to jam this one, but you put a chair
Mm-hmm.
in the way just so it slows whoever's coming through there. And as you walk back through to go to the first room, you stop in the middle of the bathroom and you look over, and there is an openable window in the bathroom. It's small and it's tight, but it's still a window in the bathroom.
Cool. I'm gonna mark down my juice because I'll probably create some story tags within this moment here later. But I just wanted to generate that quickly while we're in here.
Juicy.
So
It's not something we've used yet, but it's a mechanic where it's essentially like because when you investigate, you can generate clues that you can spend later.
Okay.
To kind of create story tags within the moments, but it also within other things you can create juice, which is you can use to help your powers create tags on the fly, or to give upgrades. Like if I'm trying to give somebody like a intimidated status, I can spend some juice to make it even more powerful.
Yeah.
all right, so Parrish, you're holding this person.
Yeah. I'm all like, here's the problem, Sugar. Even if I put you down, I can't have you running away. So I reach out and I grab his leg and I break his leg. Have you seen Misery?
And you can feel a scream trying to escape through their throat. Let's roll to see how badly you hurt them. So this is hit them with all you got. Mm-hmm. So any tags that you try to.
No, he's deeply fucked up. It's at least 12 already.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you hold them up and you take their leg and you just. And you spin it, and it's a spiral break around their leg. It's not just a clean break; it's rough.
For the record, I do not feel bad about this.
I regret nothing.
Yeah.
And from holding their throat, you can hear the, but they can't breathe, so they're not letting any sort of oxygen escape.
Right. I'm not trying to kill him.
No, I know. No, I got you. But you're still holding someone's full body weight by their neck.
Yeah,
It's causing them to slowly choke out, basically, and they can't. Basically their esophagus is currently crushed, so they're unable to let out any sort of audible noise. But you can tell that they're trying, and you can tell that it hurts.
No one's gonna notice screams in a hospital.
And that's real rough, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I come back in.
I'm like,
So let me talk to him.
I just rotate his head to I'm like, you want me to let him go? He might start screaming.
You're not gonna say anything, are you?
You got another leg, two
We
arms.
only got a minute before security gets here.
Are you thinking about letting him go? Why don't we just take him with us?
I don't think I can fit him through the window.
All right. Yeah. I look at him again. I get real close to him, and I'm like, what I did to your leg, I can do to your neck.
You can tell that the blood in their face, like it's like they're barely conscious at this point.
I want to lean in and try to intimidate him, and be like, "Where's the other one? Where's the third one?" But this he has no guilt, right?
No, sociopath.
I'm gonna call my own weakness,
Okay.
which is I'm weakened by the shameless.
Okay.
But I was trying to use my rage in this moment, my desire to protect the innocent, more people dying, and my bullshit detector.
Okay.
But I only get +2 because I'm weakened by the shameless, which is going to bring me to a 9.
A 9. So, and you're trying to intimidate them?
Does the fact that I
Yeah.
got him by the neck, and is any of that helping his?
Well, I can call whatever status you put on him too.
Yeah, I mean, you can, like, from what you can tell, they're intimidated, but the problem is that they can't do anything right now. They're almost to the point where they're in so much pain from their leg being broken, the fact that they're unable to breathe. Like they're either going to be in extreme shock or going into passing out from lack of oxygen. So it's like any moment now. They're afraid. They're already afraid. You guys have complete control over this person, but the problem is that there's nothing that at this moment that they can do.
Well, will he tell me though where the other one is?
I mean, he can't speak.
Yeah.
I'll lower him to the ground. I don't take my hand off him, but I loosen him up enough where he can talk.
So you bring him to the ground, and the leg you broke is completely just limp, and
Why I don't let him go though. I mean, I sort of just like put his feet to the ground.
and he's like just barely grasping at air,
Like
just
that's
like
real rough.
And like you can see like the flow of oxygen, like their face starting to regain a little bit of color, but they're barely there.
What are they like? Roughly, what age is this person?
Probably late 20s, early 30s.
Okay. I say, Sugar, I'm not insensitive to being different, but you got information we need.
And even though that they're blind, they look directly at you. What do you want?
Where's the other one?
What other one?
The one who can't. I don't know that was. Step that back because I don't know that in character. I just have my out of character suspicions.
Well, no, you know that one can't see and one can't hear.
Yes.
You know
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know there were two, and
the
you know
one who came to my studio.
I mean, we're supposed to meet up, but I got hurt and. Or no, he didn't get hurt. Sorry.
Right.
My partner got hurt, and we had to detour. We're supposed to get communication later this evening.
Where?
Tonight, 9:00.
Where?
You know what they say. We like to revisit our crime scenes.
With my free hand, I pat him around and see if he's got a phone.
Funny enough, no phone, but a pager.
Ooh, retro. I take it from him.
Okay.
And I say, last question, and I promise if you tell me what I want to hear, I will let you live. Why are you doing this?
Money's money, man. You know how it is. You get paid to dance. I get paid to kill.
I have to respect the hustle. Anything else?
I can. I'm listening. I hear the security's coming.
Yeah, I was about to say, you start to hear.
So I'm like, you get out of here. I'm okay.
No, come on.
I'm like, hold on a second. I open the door for them. I'm like,
No, I broke the handle.
Oh,
right.
yeah. So the door that you're in has a broken handle,
Right.
and you haven't really looked around to see any other way
But
out.
it connects to a bathroom and then to another room.
Yes.
It does not have a broken
I'm
window.
like, let's turn this shit stain in. I mean, they can't charge him with being an invisible killer, but I mean, there's no reason to let him go.
If you want, I go into the bathroom. I head out.
Yeah.
I'm not staying.
So when the I did go back towards because hospitals have like real police too.
Yeah, no, you start to hear that the door is getting
Right.
like kicked, like they're trying to
Right.
break in.
And I'm
Right.
leaving.
So I wait, and at the moment that they come in, I drop the guy and I fall dramatically, and I say, "That was him last night. I was at the club. It was that guy."
And they bust through the door.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Let's just roll for some sort of performance. Right?
It is
for
a
that.
performance. So I think my own type of eccentric applies to this.
Yes.
Attention getter. I'm also, well, I don't know. I'm not trying to be distracting. I guess theoretically I'm trying to cover for them, but
I'm already gone.
yeah. So I think I have plus 3. 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
All right. So you scream, and as you let go of him, he falls to the ground as well. Like he's not keeping it. Like so, you both basically fall to the ground, and you're pointing. They draw guns, and they don't know who. You said you rolled a 10.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I'm like, he hurt me.
Yeah. And then they like point. They're like, stand up and get behind us.
I kicked him in the leg. I take Tybo. I don't know. He's moving legs. I saw him at the club last night. That was the guy that did the thing at the club. That was the guy.
So they like run over to him as he's just like barely alive, and they like grab him very roughly, throw him over on his chest, and handcuff him.
Police brutality.
The kick his broken leg a couple times. No. What were the two of you doing? You left, but where were you going?
We were heading back to the hospital to meet up with everybody else.
Okay, so as you're heading
We lost this guy.
as you're heading to the floor in which you last left Ray and Paris.
Well, when you get back to the hospital, outside the door, you just see like Ray.
Chilling, smoking.
Yeah. So you walk up and you see Ray at the front gate.
We lost him.
Yeah, well, he was hired by somebody.
Did you find out who? I thought you were supposed to be this journalist who asked the hard-hitting questions.
Well, Paris was hitting him pretty hard, but
Okay, that's mitigating circumstances. All allow that.
there are two here, and there's a third one
Why are you down here? Why aren't you helping?
because authorities are involved now.
Oh, okay.
You know Paris.
All right, I'm texting
She likes
Paris.
to make a scene.
You good?
Well, the police, while they're arresting this person, they've
But
gotten
I know
you
where
up and
they're
they're sitting you down. You've got a cup of coffee and they're trying to take care of you as much as they can.
But I say, I know where they're supposed to meet up tonight.
All
They're
right.
going back to the supper club.
Where you, in fact, have another performance.
Yes.
All right, so what would you guys like to do with the rest of the day?
Well, I got to go back for I got school pickup. I
You
gotta
do?
go.
I'm going to the vault. I'm going to pick up a giant cup of coffee on the way because I have not slept yet since the night before because I normally get off work and then sleep and then do my night job. But
So,
I'll go with Val to make her stop.
well, I was gonna say, Val,
I was
you're
going to visit my mother.
yeah, I was gonna say you're already here.
Yeah.
You kind of calm yourself down. You're gonna go visit your mom. Are you gonna let Paris in the room, or are you kind of keeping that like a pseudo secret? I don't know what you've told the rest of the group about.
Paris and I are pretty close. So I look at Paris and I'm like, remember that thing I said I had to do earlier? I have to go do that while we're here already. And I tell him, you can come with me if you would like, but yes, it is here at the hospital.
Before I leave, I tell Cammy she can have my 2 a.m. gig tonight. My way to say thanks. She'll make some money.
Okay.
So Supper Club is my midnight gig. I have another gig too. I pass that off to Cammy.
Okay.
Sisterhood. Right.
All right. So you head up to the floor in which your mom's in, and you open the door. She's in a solitary room. She's all plugged up. The only sound within the room is the sound of a heart monitor. The slight forced oxygen going into her from another machine, keeping her alive. So between that's all you hear within the room.
I walk in and I walk up to her and I sit down and I take her hand and just go into a deep thought. And I tell her, I'm worried. I'm worried about you and I'm worried about your safety. And remember when I came and told you about the blackout? Something else has happened again. Something very dangerous, I assume, from what I've seen. And I hope that you will be safe here. But I have to go. And I go to protect you.
I don't know what.
Oh, you raised your hands. I was like, you walked into the room and you watched this happening. So
I like froze. Like, this is so alien to me. This is like stepping onto a spaceship. Like, I don't know what to do.
as you are there, you hear at the door, and you see that it's one of the nurses, and she goes, "Hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I was wondering if do you have a moment to talk about paying? I mean, you're a little bit late, and just wanted to see if we could work that out."
Sure, I say as I wipe tears from my eyes, one solitary one that's sneaking out that I'm trying to remain tough through.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up and I look at Paris and I say, "I'll be a minute."
Yeah, I'll find the. Do you want me to hang out? I'm gonna go to the bookstore. I'm gonna.
I'll
Okay.
meet you back there.
Do you need?
Probably wise.
I drove, but.
I'll make it back. Don't worry about it.
I go back to the last bookstore.
All right, so they take you into the office, and you guys sit down, and they start talking to you about being a couple months behind, and it's very difficult. I understand, but maybe it's time that we start thinking about taking your mother off of life support.
And immediately I just break down into tears. And I can't handle it. And I'm hoping that they see some kind of sympathy in me, in the fact that, like, I'm just broken down and overwhelmed. And I'm hoping that they'll, like, super take pity on the fact. And I start crying about how I can't live without her. And I need her, and even though she's unresponsive, she is my rock. She is my everything. Please don't make me get rid of.
Look, we're not telling you that this is a decision that you have to make. It's just that at the end of the day, we can't. This isn't a charity. This is a business. As sadly as I have to give you that information, so we can extend it a little bit longer, but we're definitely going to need to see some sort of payment relatively soon, or we're going to have to send her to another location that isn't going to be as well kept as this location.
How long do I have?
I mean, you're already 2 months behind. We can theoretically extend it another 30 days, but if we don't see a payment by then, we're not going to have a choice.
Thank you, and I will try to figure something out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I assume you're going to just, like, fly back.
Yes, indeed.
So
how'd you get here before me?
With coffee.
yeah, you head back out. You head back to the bookstore, I assume?
Yes.
Yes. When you get there, it's kind of right around when everyone else is getting... Because I believe, Ray, you were planning on going there as well.
And into the vault in our space.
Memphis, what about you? Were you planning
Remember,
on going?
JJ Dynamite is still there.
Yeah.
Well, he was there.
To plug in that external and look through some footage.
What were you planning on doing, Memphis?
Alcuin.
Alquin?
I'm taking my kid. I'm going back to the house.
You're going back to the house and taking care of the kids, right?
Yeah, and I probably have a little time to try to clean up upstairs and any blood that's left in the house.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I just didn't know if you were planning on going to the bookstore. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to meet up with these folks. Were we going to meet up at the supper club or at the bookstore?
When you go to clean up upstairs, some of your paperwork is out on the desk.
Okay.
Like your parole paperwork, and there's just like a little like yellow post-it note on one of them.
Okay.
On the drug paperwork that says like, "Thought you were better than this."
I take the post-it off and I scrunch it in my hand.
All right, so you go back, you clean up, you have enough time to clean up before you have to go pick up the kids. You pick up the kids on time. The teacher does not speak to you, but just acknowledges your existence but does not want to communicate with you.
I'm not acting guilty or any of that stuff at all. I'm very proud, and I'm
No. I mean, it's more of they're still seething.
Yeah.
And so they just don't want to. They don't want to have another moment.
I got bigger shit to worry about. I don't have a moment either. So good.
At the bookstore, you get there, and JJ is passed out, asleep. Still sitting in the same place that you left him.
And Ray's just like looking through files on the computer.
I walk in and I'm like, we still got this Mike guy to follow up on, but how do we know that Mike isn't the third one?
Because he doesn't look like these other guys.
They look like anything.
No. I've like superimposed like over the feed because I'm going through as much of the feed as I can to see if I can find anyone that looks like these other two guys, because I have the photo and I see that they are identical. So I'm guessing the third one looks like them too.
So you're going through the hospital. No, sorry, you stole the radio station stuff. So you
I have 24 hours. So
Yep.
they came by the day before.
So in fact, the day before, you see. Actually, no. The day before, you don't see anything. You see the morning of.
Okay.
That someone comes in, talks to the receptionist. One person talks to the receptionist. The other person just kind of walks past and walks through the building and looks around and looks at different things and then walks out.
But they still see a total of 2.
Yeah.
But they're also identical, yeah?
So there's no way to know if it's A and B, B and C, or A and C, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I'm doing when you come in.
I gotta tell you guys, I'm loving this Scooby-Doo shit.
Scoops.
Yeah, but I think Mike, let's find Mike. Because we caught, I don't know, what's a socially aware way to refer to the one that we already got? Biko? I love that movie. Yeah, but, we got the blind one. He's on ice. Cops can't hold him because what are they going to charge him with? Being an invisible killer. But at least it'll jam him up temporarily, hopefully.
Well, he's gonna be in traction for a while.
Yeah, he's not gonna be moving He's not gonna be moving too fast. So if we see any strange limping people around, yeah.
You bring too much attention to yourself. Eventually, people are gonna start asking questions.
Excuse me, Ryan Seacrest, are you sure that you want to come at me about too much attention?
I don't do this as myself, though.
There's only one Paris Troy, okay?
And that's the problem. There's no deniability. You're breaking somebody's leg. People are gonna ask questions. And they're gonna ask questions and come back on us.
I was assaulted by a dangerous criminal in broad daylight.
I understand. And sometimes anger gets the better of us. But you gotta sometimes just tone it down.
I want to look at their weaknesses.
That's whataboutism, all right? Don't get into some whataboutism.
All right.
I turned on my car eyes.
So this is an opposed roll from each other.
Right.
So you're going to basically hit him with all you got, and you're going to
I'm not trying to hurt.
No.
Yeah.
No, hit him with all you got isn't always referring to physically hitting someone. It's basically you're using your powers against someone. And because your powers are seeing their weakness, it's basically an opposed roll against each other. And so you're going to defend, I assume.
Yeah. I'm trying to get through to you in my own way. So I need to be heard. And I know everyone's gossip, including your gossip. girl. And
It's actually T.
yeah.
In their case.
And are you guilty? Do you feel any guilt about like hurting this guy?
No, I don't feel bad at all
Okay.
for having done this.
Well, I'm just trying
Because he's a killer, and I didn't kill him.
But
so.
I'm trying to get through to you to protect you and to protect other innocents in the future. So.
I will say this speaks to two of my weaknesses. Like, I need an audience, and there's nobody watching this happen. And I feel like they're trying to steal my spotlight because I think I did something good.
So you taking a -2 on this?
Yeah, I think so. And then I've got my power to see their weakness. And I'm not really performing. So I think I have a grand total of a -1 to this.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a big old 5.
Since he is shameless, does that call my weakness into this or no? Or I'm not.
You're not shameless because you're specifically focusing on the fact that he hurt someone, right? Yeah. So yeah, go for it.
So that would be I do call that weakness or not?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 9.
A 9. So you are unable to see the weakness. You kind of dive into it, and as you dive into it, it is this just blurry black, just mixture of gray and tonal, like just shifts. Like you can't read them.
Yeah.
Like you try to do this, and I would even say, Ray, you know that Paris is trying to use this power against you. That being said, you're going to go ahead and add attention to your different class, your different mythos. So
The fact that I did try.
yeah.
Well, because you called those weaknesses, you have attention. So
Okay.
mark attention on each of them.
Okay.
So Paris, this is not going to work on me. I see you.
Everybody's supposed to see me. Why don't we go give this Dr. Phil pep talk to Mike, okay? How about that? And then I turn and I walk away.
And that was enough attention now to
Nice.
to bring all the attention to my bastion. So I'm going to look through the book while we're doing that to.
So the plan is to head to Mike's place, correct?
Yeah, just for the record, I've made a note of when I've used my weaknesses, but when we use our powers, is that attention also, or just just weaknesses?
Just weaknesses.
Okay.
I believe you have used weaknesses like once or twice already. So I believe you should at least have 2 attentions on something.
Yeah, I feel like I forgot one earlier. So far, I only have 1 attention on one of my logos things, and there's one I feel like that like I don't know, when I was attacking this person and trying to transfer the pain, one of my weakness tags for it is it doesn't work on gods or spirits. Mm-hmm. Is that other like
you
awakened
forgot
people as well?
You did lose control. Was that a weakness? During that fight, you said outright, like, I'm out of control.
That wasn't really defined as one when I made the character, but
Yeah.
I do think it fits. Like I have one.
So specifically when you call a weakness, you have to like make sure the attention is called to it.
Yeah, because
I feel like there are there are probably 1 or 2 situations where I should have done that and I wasn't playing properly.
because right now, correct me if I'm wrong, for your weaknesses, I have back in the life,
which I haven't used yet.
Yep, won't hurt kids or animals. Also have not
I haven't
used yet.
used that one.
Non-feline aspects.
Wait, no, I have used back in the life once. I did get 1 attention for that one in the previous one.
And then
What's the non-feline aspects?
That was when
one?
you talked to your parole
parole
officer.
officer.
I called that on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the non-feline aspects?
The non-feline aspects is when you try to transform and use some sort of aspect that is not cat-like, which you have used cats
Yeah.
or felines as a whole on every sort of one. So you haven't used that one either. And then the last one I have is takes on the pains of
So do I
others.
get some fades from that? On that one? No.
So fade happens when because your themes have a question.
Yeah,
a
so-
mystery.
Yeah.
Who is worthy of healing? You haven't gotten to, you haven't answered that question.
Yeah.
Or you haven't had that question brought up, so you haven't been able to go against it or for it.
Yeah.
King of the Jungle, you have absolutely been keeping with that over and over again, so you've been good with that one.
Okay. I don't have any attentions or fades on that at all.
No, correct. And then don't get attached. It's just business. I mean, you haven't been getting attached to anyone, and then you can be better than this, which that did get brought up multiple times, and you have gone with your thing. So you don't want fades unless you're trying to get rid of that logo.
I'm not. But
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
specifically.
Yeah, so I have all of your guys' weaknesses and stuff written down, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to follow as much as I can.
So, like, as it is, out of my 4, I only have 1 attention on anything out of those 4. Does that
That's
mean
fine.
I'm playing incorrectly, or is that
No.
just normal?
That's fine. I mean, I think that Poisel has been kind of like pushing to use their weaknesses a little.
Yeah.
I lean into my weakness.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Poisel's
kind of
like,
want to too, but
Yeah.
I just, I'm trying to learn how to play there. So,
Val, Florida Ice, it is banished. Val's session with their mom, does that affect her in any way?
let's see. So for defining relationship, well, yes, you are going to get. Depending on how you react with the fact that you have a financial burden, that's why I brought that up, is that you're basically you now have the understanding that you need to make money. So there might be a situation in which you got to make a decision between money or helping your friends. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to lean into that logo, whether or not you, depending on the decision you make, might mean a fade, might mean a weakness, or might mean an attention. So yeah, no, that's why I kind of brought that into the storyline, is to give you the opportunity to have that decision making.
Gotcha.
I'm paying attention, y'all.
Making sure we're paying attention.
we just want to understand the game.
No, we know you know. We don't know.
No, you guys have been pretty good, because most of the time you guys have been going that's kind of how the game works, is if you're playing your character the way that you feel that your character should be going, that's why you're like that questionnaire, that very first question on each one of you, that's what drives you. That's what takes you in that direction, right? And so because you're basically saying yes every single time to those decisions, that's preventing you from taking a harm, basically, or a fade, which is good, because that means you're playing that character the way you're supposed to be playing that character.
We're yes-anding.
Yeah, and then the attention is basically you using your power outside of how you should be using your power. You know what I mean? That's basically how the attention works. You're pushing your attention further than it needs to be pushed. You know, so it's like if there's a situation where you need to fly or you need to climb something, you can transform into something that's going to fly or climb.
Okay.
And that's when you're going to take a negative, and you're calling attention to your powers. But every time you've been using your powers, I've turned into a cat so I can smell. I've got claws like a cat. So that's kind of why. You haven't gotten a lot of attention with those.
Yeah. So, I mean, I basically am kind of staying in the middle of where my arc is between, or that spectrum between the two.
Which is perfectly acceptable. And the way that this game works is it is kind of a slow progression of how you level.
Yeah.
So if this was a much larger and long-running campaign, you would be seeing a lot more attentions being brought up and getting that leveling opportunity. But the thing is that there isn't like a level 20 capstone, or when you hit so there's only so often that you can level. So it's a little bit of a slower progress because you're trying to tell a story. But like I said, Poisel's basically going, all right, how do I...
Hashtag min-max. I will say, when I walk away from my meeting with Ray, I send a text to my drag group text that... Dude tried not to pay me, and you see what happened to him. But thank you, Cammy. You know, I make sure that the whole family knows that she helped me.
In fact, actually, I'm actually going to say that someone's taking your spotlight by you giving someone else your show. You're losing the opportunity. So it's up to you. Do you really want to give them that 2 a.m. show?
I make it known publicly I owe her a favor then.
Well, I mean, by doing that, so it's whether, because if you give up, if you lean into the spotlight, then you get some attention to that thing.
Step to the spotlight.
Okay, yeah, because I might be trying to save the world at 2 a.m. tonight. So, I will give up my 2 a.m. show to say thank you.
Okay.
Such sacrifice.
But I do sort of like, while I'm sending that text, I kind of want to bump into Val on the way out and be like, hi.
Hello, Paris.
So
Yes. How may I help you?
that was your mom?
She's been that way for a while.
Like before the blackout?
Since before the blackout.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't know. Like what we did to JJ. You can't.
I've never been certain why, but my powers have never worked on her. It's very weird to me as well, very unsettling, and I struggle with it. It's hard, but yeah, they just don't work on her.
Oh. Well, that's terrible. Because I remember during the blackout, I saw you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something,
Yeah.
to say the least.
I mean,
It really makes me wonder what any of it's for. Where we go, where they go.
I just thought something terrible. Can I say something terrible without you hating me?
When do you not say terrible things that don't make me hate you?
Excuse me, I say true things, and not everyone can handle the truth, okay?
Potato vodka.
These guys, blind one, deaf one, mute one.
Yes.
Do we still call it mute? I don't know. Their powers are connected. What if your powers are connected to your mom's state? She's 1 foot into the next world, and so are you.
I hate the way your brain works at times.
But it's not wrong.
It's an idea to entertain.
What do I know? I found some fucking superpowered ruby slippers, and now I'm breaking guys' legs and throwing people through walls. Don't listen to me.
We may find out sooner than later, though.
Yeah.
I've got some terrible news about financial situations dealing with her that I've got to work on. So,
I mean, I got a couple dollars in my mattress. I don't know that I...
if you are willing to help me, you may call upon me in the future for a favor.
Hey! Rich dude's kid's dead. Maybe there's a reward for finding out who did it.
Maybe we rob rich dude. Sorry.
We robbed rich dude. But sugar daddy, I mean, he's gonna be grieving. He's vulnerable. Okay, hang on, wait. I'm being my better Paris. I don't need another speech from Ray. Maybe let's just try and find this Mike guy. Mike. The bodyguard was there. I don't know. I don't think Mike is real. Personally, I think Mike was the third dude. But maybe we can pick up Memphis, grab Ray, hit him up. Because if Mike was real and Mike wasn't in it, he's probably the next one to get rolled up. So either he did it or is imminently about to get done. But either way, we probably need to talk to that guy.
Let's go find out.
All right. So
While you two are having this conversation, I come back and from. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm meeting you guys later, right? Okay. Well, let me say this instead.
Well, because I believe you had just said that you were going to roll up and pick everyone up. So that could you could be at your place after.
Well, yeah.
I guess time-wise, we went to the last bookstore while he was dealing with the kids. That's when we had our exchange and our exchange. And I guess, and then after that...
You know what? I don't need to meet them right yet, but there's something I want to kind of put in the narrative and in your mind, too. Okay. Is that when we fought together before against this previous threat, so you know, but you don't know, that I can take pain from others, and I have healing powers. So, and also, you know that I don't know about Val's mom.
I am not going to volunteer that just yet. I don't want to out your powers, and I also don't want to out her mom.
I'm just putting that out there as a future thing.
Hashtag plot point. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want me to tell the world what my new
It's up
tag
to you.
is?
Do you want to keep it a secret, or are you going to Because you're gonna eventually call it out.
Eventually, I'll call it.
We got one more session, so I mean, it's
Well, in response to, because that's where the attention came from of Paris trying to get into my head. As my new tag is the question I answered is what another part of my defense for my Bastion mythos is I have an unbreakable will.
Ooh. I like it. It fits.
Yeah.
So you get in the car. You get in the Scooby van.
You're welcome.
You pick everyone up.
Yeah.
You head over to the address for Mike. There is a car in the driveway. It is a house. You pull up.
I actually
Well, let me rephrase that.
What kind of car
Where
is
would
it?
you like to pull up to?
I would actually like to block the driveway so that if somebody tries to run out of here, they can't get in the car and drive away.
Okay.
Is it a fancy car? Is it a nice car?
It's a nice car. It's
The kind
like-
you could afford on his.
as a private security bodyguard, it's
Yeah.
a nicer car, but I wouldn't. It's not like a Lamborghini. It's
Okay.
It's more of like an older Mustang.
It's
You know,
like a
like
big body Benz.
like this is a dude that's like all about that life. You know?
Okay. Gotcha.
Maybe you lead this one, Val. Maybe you take the point. You've got
We get
this.
out, and then I'm just like gone.
I don't know if he's into this.
So you
Everybody's into
you
this.
block
but I
you
don't-
block the driveway
Yeah.
and you're heading around, right?
I'm like you guys like start talking, and then you look around, and you're like, "What the fuck is right?"
How would you like me to lead?
Well, again, either this guy is our primary witness or our primary suspect. So maybe we just see how he comes at us.
All right.
We should probably push him though. We got to push him to. I mean, whether he's a suspect or our last lead, we don't have a lot of time, so
All right.
we got to make this quick.
Are we going about this delicately or forcefully?
Well, we'll just ring. He's probably got a gun, so let's not kick in his door if we don't have to.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So speaking of, as you start walking up the driveway, you hear a gunshot, and you know it was at you, and you hear, "Stop! I don't want any of this. Just stop it. Just get the fuck back." And this is where Ray, of course, the window's open.
Of course, the window's open.
A lot of that in this town.
You are in what is like a back room, and you can tell that that Mike or whoever is screaming is at the front door with a gun.
Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak up behind him.
Okay. So they're very focused on the three of you out in the front. So when you hear gunshot and it was clearly shot at you, what are you guys doing?
I keep walking towards him because I am impervious to mortal weapons.
All right.
So I'm unfazed, just walking towards him like, keep trying.
All right.
I very dramatically drop to the ground. I'm like,
Memphis.
I'm gonna try to help Paris get up.
Okay.
And I said, we gotta stick behind her.
I'm like, Mike,
Trust me, you're safer behind her than you are on the ground.
Mike, I thought you were innocent. Did you do that last night? Mike killed Cooper. Oh my God, he's trying to kill us too. Oh my God. Like very loud.
What would you like to do?
Did you hear that, Mike?
You've gotten to a point where you can go in for some sort of.
Yeah, I wanna.
Which I am very distracting if that will assist them.
yeah.
That is my thing.
I just
Drama queen.
literally.
want to come up, put one hand like shoulder around, and then the one I'm just gonna pull the gun down to
Okay.
the side, like out of his hand.
All right, roll it.
Okay. I'm moving in silence.
They're distracted, so I'm going to give you a 1 for that as well.
I got my underground fight club training,
Okay.
and I'm trying to. I don't think any of them are innocent. But
Val's the most one out of them.
Val might be.
But this guy's probably has some feeling some guilt.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna. I got some strength from that.
All right, so that's a 4.
That is going to be 13.
Okay. You come up and you grab around, you grab the gun, you pull the gun out. Oop, shit.
That's it's 4D now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
And then not only that, you take your shoulder and you push them into the front door and kind of hit them. And you can see the glass that's in the front. You can see his face just squish up against the front. And you immediately are like, cool, we good.
I point and I go, oh yeah, look at you.
Mike, you look like a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Mike. It was a bad decision. We're just here to help.
That's what they said. That's what they all say.
Are we the first people to come looking for you?
So are you going to pull him off the door?
So we can get in.
Yeah. So you pull him off the door,
We're
and
just yelling through the door like, Mike, we're the first people to come and see you.
you guys come to the front door, and you pull him back. Are you going to like take the gun completely out? Are you going to throw it? Like what? How do you want to deal with the gun?
I twist his wrist a little bit so he drops the gun and I kick it away.
Okay. So you pull back.
But I'm also keeping him.
Oh yeah, you're still holding.
I don't want him to
I'll go collect it.
Yeah, so when you guys open the
away.
door, you guys grab the gun, and he kind of goes. He's not going limp from being weak, but he's going limp because he knows he's like in a bad spot. So he's like, I'm not fighting you. He's like, look, you're not the first ones here, and probably not the last ones. I just want to get the fuck out. And as you see that, or as he says that, you guys kind of look around the room, and you can tell that he's packing.
Yeah.
Who came by to see you, Mike?
Look, I was told not to say anything, and they
Somebody
said that
pay you not to be with Cooper? Last
no,
night?
I was with Cooper. I was with Cooper last night. I was told that if I can't say anything. If I say anything, I'm dead. I'm dead.
You're
That's
dead.
it. That's
You're dead if you tell us nothing. I'll tell you that right now.
Is there anything I see around like a baseball bat, a golf club, like anything sturdy? I want to break something that's going to be dramatic. Like I want to if he's got a bat, I want to pick it up and look at him and just go.
Yeah. You
And
can
then drop the two pieces.
it's like an aluminum bat, so
Yeah.
you literally just like bend it. Yeah.
I bend it into a little heart. Like folds. Yeah.
And he's like,
Toss it.
look, yes, I was with him. I was paid by his dad to watch over him because there was a bunch of threats going on, and it's my fault he's dead. He was supposed he was supposed to stay in the secure location, and he begged me and begged me and begged me, and I gave in, and I said we would go to the club. I didn't want to be there. Oh, fuck.
Who else knew his itinerary besides you and his dad?
Itinerary. No one should have known we were going to the club. We were supposed to be at the safe house. This wasn't a planned
I
thing.
feel like it is self-evident that anyone should have assumed that you were coming to see my show at the supper club. I mean, obviously anyone could have guessed that he would have been there.
Not helping.
What?
Not helping.
Everyone was there.
Who came to visit you?
I didn't see their face. I just heard them.
And what did they tell you to do?
They told me to get the fuck out of here, and that's what I've been trying to do. They said,
Have you ever communicated with any of them before?
no, how would I even know who I'm communicating with? I've never had a god talk to me in my ears. I've been looking at my teeth for the last hour to see if someone put a bug in my teeth, so that's why I'm here.
So what you're saying is you heard a voice come from nowhere that just told you to GTFO.
Told me get the hell out, and told me if I didn't, and if I told anyone that I was dead and that they were always watching me, and to prove it, they fucking just destroyed my house and then put it back together. I was in a hell. I was in a literal burning, fiery hell, and then I was brought back.
When did the voices start? Before or after he died?
After.
You know, my friend and I know a thing or two about this sort of stuff, and then I turn on my eyes to see his weaknesses. If you want to help me with this.
Sure.
All right, so are you going to inspire courage to Mike, or are you going to inspire courage?
Exactly what we did to JJ. Where
Okay.
You're speaking to his better angels, and I'm speaking to the worst ones.
Okay.
Good cop, bad cop.
All right, roll 'em.
I'm just watching.
Leaving these people fucking catatonic.
Is this gun the gun that I picked up? Is it a Cooper?
At Cooper Ames? Oh,
Cooper
yeah.
Ames?
Yeah.
I figured as much. Yeah. Not that really says anything.
No.
There's none of our group things.
It's still
relevant to this, right?
as a person from the streets,
trying to catch up with the details.
Memphis, you can see that the serial numbers are not scratched off of them, so it's probably a registered and actual legitimate firearm.
Yeah, this
And
is Mike's legit actual gun.
Yeah.
Numerically, I mean, but mechanically, there's no difference between an 8 and a 9, right? Then either.
Okay, then both.
It's Schrodinger's dice results.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, so you dig into his darkest, because was it childhood fears specifically, or was it just
No,
fears as a whole?
the childhood memories thing is Kiki's.
Yeah,
That's Kiki's.
Kikine knows childhood. Specifically, what I'm looking at when she's like, trying to speak to like bravery. I'm speaking to times that he wasn't brave. You know, it's like be a better person. I'm like, 'cause remember when you weren't. Like,
So the thing that is most freshly imprinted is the fact that he allowed Richard to die. He goes back and he goes back in to the apartment, the secure location. His father paid for him. He paid for him to basically take his son to the safe house, and they had been in the safe house for weeks. And no one's allowed in, no one's allowed out. It's just the two of them. It's Mike and it's Richard, and it was the two of them. And he'd been begging and begging to just have one night out. He just wanted to go out and hang out with his friends and party for one night. He wasn't going to tell anyone. He was just going to show up. He was just going to show up and hang out and just have one night. And he promised he would come back and that he wouldn't leave Mike's side. And then that's kind of where the guilt leads into. That's what happened. He felt so guilty about keeping him here, and they gained a rapport, and they became friends almost. That when he went out, and allowed him to die, the smoke machine was covering and everything was filling the area. He couldn't see. He was trying to find him through the smoke. And when he finally found him, he was on the ground. And the thing that he felt most guilty about is that he knew he was dead. He knew that Mike was dead on the ground. Richard was dead on the ground. And not only did he know that Richard was dead on the ground, but he knew that he was going to be dead. Because if his dad finds out that he's dead, it was my job to keep him. And his dad's not a good guy. And so he went home, started packing, then dealt with someone speaking to him in voices. And that's where you guys kind of are now.
I look at Paris and I'm like, I think we need to find his father. I feel like this is going to be the link because everything is leading back to like that he hired people to protect him. We need to figure out why it was that he was so suspicious for the need to protect him.
I mean, the dad has no shortage of enemies. But on the son point too, I feel like his son might have been one of his enemies. But I hate to say it, but I think the dad's a suspect in this for calling a hit on his own son and trying to cover it with something else.
All the more reason to pay him a visit.
Yeah.
Someone hired the triplets.
Where's the dad? How can we find him?
Well, everyone is under the belief that he's in Beverly Hills, but that's just a ruse to get people there. Anyone that shows up at the door or sneaks in is going to be killed on sight. He's held up in another location.
Where?
He's in a secret hideout in Arizona.
You got to give me more than that, Mike.
If you let me go, I promise I won't run, but I can pull the information. I just need both my hands to be able to access.
Different plan.
Okay.
We got a way to get to Arizona quickly.
We do indeed.
We got to make sure you're not bullshitting us. So here's how this is going to work.
We will take you with us.
But when we get there, if your story checks out, you're a free man.
And you could walk home.
I can't get a okay. No. Hey, fair is fair.
You know, because the last guy is not walking home, so just trust me.
All right,
People.
all right, done deal.
Tell us what we need to know, Mike.
Where?
I got to be somewhere at midnight. Chop, chop.
Coordinates.
I mean, if you want to fly there now?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's Go.
I mean, you said you got to look it up. You got what you need?
You're letting me go.
No, no. I need you to look up the information on your fucking BlackBerry or whatever,
yeah.
so then we can go.
But as of right now, Ray's holding.
Yeah, I let him go.
Right.
Okay. All right. So Ray lets go, and he goes, all right. And then he's like, I'm going to walk into the other room.
No, I'm gonna go with you.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, right.
He's more saying that to let you know that this is
We're Scooby-Doo stacks.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's less of like a I'll be right back, and more
Right.
of a like, come with me and don't kill me. Don't think I'm trying to run
I
away.
am
Like
putting my
he's
hand
being
in my
completely
back pocket
complacent.
to
He's
get my
not
wallet.
he's not fighting any of you. He's
Yeah.
trying to keep you within.
Right.
So he goes into the other room. He goes to a safe that is underneath the bed, underneath a hidden spot. Goes to the safe, pulls the safe out.
I've got him covered with his own gun.
He
while he's doing this now.
he like does the combo, and he's like, I'm gonna open it.
You're gonna have a very bad day if there's a gun in there. I'm just telling you that right now.
He goes, there is.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not gonna reach. Okay.
How about you
how's
open it and step back?
Yeah, how about you just put that last number in, and then.
Well,
let
yeah,
us-
he's
let
got
us
the last
open.
number. He just needs to like.
Yeah, I'll open it.
Okay, so you open it, and
Yeah.
inside of there is a small duffel bag of like getaway cash.
Yep.
There's a gun, and then there's a phone.
I pull out
We'll
his
be
go
taking all
bag.
of
I pull
that.
out all that. Yeah, I throw the bag over my shoulder. And I'm all
and-
like, gotta pay taxes, man.
Do you have a gun?
I don't think I do.
Do you want one?
Sure.
And he's like, grab the phone. He's like, hand it to me.
Yeah, I do hand him the phone. I keep the money.
And, no. He said, and he holds the power button, and then he's like holding the phone up.
Boom.
No, he's holding the phone to you guys to see that he's not doing anything shady, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like an old 2005 BlackBerry.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
You guessed it.
Play Brick Breaker.
pushes power on it and puts in the code, scrolls through it.
Up, down, left,
Yeah.
right, left, right. Yeah.
Scrolls down, finds like a gook like number letter combination,
Yeah.
and he's like, cool, this is the combination like answer code to get to his location.
Cool. As soon as we get there and that checks out, you're free to go.
Great.
Are we gonna get to see the plane?
You are indeed. Now, I suggested this earlier and you didn't seem too excited, so your enthusiasm.
I was on the clock. I'm like,
All right.
Mike, she's got the
We didn't want you to think that we only wanted you for your plane.
right. Exactly. Yeah,
Just for that, though, you sit in the back.
it's fine. As long as I get a window seat, Mike, we're gonna get. To
I will say, Val, you are a little bit excited about the fact that Paris has a bag full of money.
Oh. So, Paris, we could move you to a window seat if you'd like to fly Air Valerie.
An upgrade.
Can upgrade you. There might be a meal included.
Yeah, I think we could probably arrange an investment in your airline. Sure.
So I quickly remove a big bag of laundry from the passenger seat and hand him a lean cuisine.
So
Anybody got microwave powers?
you all head. I'm just going to do a little bit of speeding through a little bit. You all head to the plane. You call ahead. You get the plane prepared. Are you telling air traffic control where you're heading to? Like you're just as of right now. You know that you're heading to a specific Arizona airport.
I am not. I'm going to completely ignore that paperwork weakness.
All right. So they prep the plane. You get there. You get in the plane. You take off. And then as you're like in the air, you kind of
Foley.
the thing about smaller planes like you have is that it's very important to take and count weight. Mm-hmm. And as you are kind of calculating in your head, your weight's off. There's more weight on the vehicle than you've calculated for the people that you've taken on.
We got another passenger.
To throw invisible hands.
So I'm going to look at them and tell them this. which one of you can go through and figure out why I'm overweight. There's got to be somebody else on this.
It can be a lot of
So you
reasons.
work
It
out,
can be diet.
too many
it can be-
carbs.
Not me.
I feel like you look fantastic, personally.
Have I mentioned I missed you guys? The plane.
It was winter time, okay, and I was able to wear some like bulkier.
I'm just saying, during the blackout, you.
Maybe I've been stress eating. The apocalypse happened twice.
So that's kind of where we're going to end because we are hitting 3 o'clock very, very soon. You are on a plane towards the father's location with a mysterious person on or something else that could be on the vehicle.
It's like a gremlin on the
It's an
wing.
invisible time bomb. There's something on the wing of this plane.
And it's William Shatner.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
On the plane. That don't look at me.
Someone's here. Hey, I don't know. I guess we got a pizza delay. I'm glad we're not doing something right now.
Yeah, right. So as we end the session with that, let's go around and say our goodbyes and where everyone can find us. Let's start with you, Dave.
B. Dave Walters, the finale of Vampire was going to be this week, but we actually got a bonus episode thanks to Backblaze. So we have 2 more episodes of Vampire the Masquerade Fridays at 8 p.m. on Geek and Sundry. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm selling Girl Scout cookies among other splendors. Yeah, at B. Dave Walters.
Awesome. Poisel.
Hi, I'm Poisel, the internet's one and only Poisel. You can find me at apoisel on Twitter, a.poisel on Instagram, all the things. You can see me on Wednesdays on twitch.tv/ScabbyRooster playing some Starfinder and Drift Runners. We are definitely not criminals. We are definitely good people. Saturday nights, you can find me on Unrestful Hearts in the Garden of Glory on twitch.tv/encounterroleplay at 8 p.m. Or 5 p.m., 8 p.m. for Wednesdays. And then here on Sundays.
Uncommon Trust presents.
Yeah, and you can find me doing some writing for some various cool things coming up. You'll see me in some various games. So
Awesome.
keep posted.
I'm Alquin Gersh, different _elves on Twitch and Twitter. And next place you can see me is at 6 p.m. Pacific time tonight on my own channel, where I'm continuing my Curse of Strahd campaign. The group is deep in the Amber Temple. They're kind of divided on whether to help a lich regain some of their memories and powers. They're looking for something called the Sun Sword, a weapon that can help defeat Strahd von Zarovich and allow him to escape Barovia.
No negative repercussions to assisting a
Yep,
lich.
so that's twitch.tv/different_elves. Yeah, come hang out. It's a lot of fun. I have a cat cam as well.
You do.
The cat cam is worth it. It's worth it for the cat cam.
Oh, yeah.
It's worth it just for the cat.
Expressly for the cat
Yeah.
cam.
I am Melee. You can find me on the Instagrams as Unicarnage13 and Twitter as MeleeBTS. Yeah, you can see me here next Sunday. I do music. I do all the things. I have no upcoming gigs, but if I do, I'll let you know.
Awesome. And my name is Indigo, and I will be GMing one more session here with the Uncommon Trust. You can also find me on Wednesdays here and there. I've got the next thing that we're doing on Wednesday is, because for some reason we have to keep with the apocalypse theme, we're doing a game called Apocalypse Now this upcoming Wednesday. We've got a 0 session and then a single session.
Apocalypse World?
Apocalypse World, Apocalypse Now, I don't know, something. Yeah. No, Apocalypse Now is a movie.
That is true.
Apocalypse World.
That means not both.
I'm not GMing that one, so I am paying I'm still stuck in zombie mode, so I'm paying as little attention as I can. And then from that, 3 days a week, we have a show on YouTube called Game Gorgon, where we talk about different things within the Gate community. We've interviewed Dave about his new upcoming comic book, which is on print, at the printer.
It has gone to the printers, and we released a free preview. So both I tweeted it and my artist, Tess Fowler. So if you, at Tess Fowler, Sci-Fi Wire did a profile on us, and there's a preview of the book in the article. And just total non sequitur, because this lady is far too humble. She performed at the LA Vampire Ball and absolutely turned it. It was incredible.
It was excellent.
Yep.
Also, you can also watch me on twitch.tv/Poisel for some stuff. I'll be streaming some more, and currently just trying to get some support. I'll be going to PAX East at the end of March. to go out there to speak on some panels talking about trans narratives in tabletop gaming and talking about some creative storytelling techniques. So throw me some support.
Yeah.
Get to PAX East. Thank you.
And then both Poisel and myself have gotten to actually read the comic book.
All four of you.
All of us have.
have
Yeah.
read the book.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it's good.
I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
amazing.
look, I know he's in the room, but I wanted to let you guys know. It's actually good. I actually really enjoyed it.
I mean, the story's terrible, but Tess really saved it with the art.
No, she polished up that turd. She did, man.
Oh, man.
It's all the typos, the lead speak. They say like dope and G, but it's forgotten films.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we interviewed Dave about his comic book. We actually got to interview both Daz and Ivan about 2 Kickstarters that they were pushing forward. And then we do stuff about video games and tabletop as a whole. We just went through a whole bunch of Starfinder stuff, and we've got a bunch of more stuff coming up. So check us out there.
And Kareem is beautiful.
He is.
And
He is.
I'm sorry, it's a spoiler. I can't not say it, but I can't believe they let you kill Dreadstorm. And like,
And then on that bombshell, we're out of here. Bye, everyone.